you call countenance and blessing to all of us. And I'm sure that with your support as well as some of the elders, those who are there, particularly I am very much thankful to Professor Sinha, Dr. Sinha and Dr. Rao. In board, actually, many times we faced tough situation, but so nice of you, sir. You always come to help us, and you have given us very good support there. And we keep on, I think, harping on those kind of.
Yep.
Going live.
We are live. Sorted. ये बोल दो YouTube live is on.
I'll do what no one else is doing. So I did what no engineer in this country ever does. I took CAT and went for an MBA.
कोणाची? कुठल्या मीटिंगची? फेलिसिटेशनची हीच मीटिंग लिंक आहे.
लिंक्डइन.
लिंक्डइन आता जिथे जॉईन किसका बैकग्राउंड है?
चाहिए फेलिसिटेशन.
हाँ ब्रो.
I'll do what no one else is doing. So I did what no engineer in this country ever does. I took CAT and went for an MBA.
Hello, this is Arvind. I just want to check if my mic is okay.
Yes, Arvind, sir, loud and clear.
Thanks a lot. I'll mute myself now.
No worries, sir. Nishit, if you can hear me, my friend, then can you please, whoever is moderating, allow a lot of people to join in, because my batchmates are pinging from PGDITM 3 that they're still waiting on the joining window. So whoever is the moderator can let them please be in. Thank you.
Mayank,
Yes,
actually,
Kaustubh.
we are doing YouTube live for everyone.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Zoom link is only for the felicitation, whoever is receiving the felicitation.
Oh, my apologies, ma'am. I'll convey that.
No problems, no problems. You
convey
can
that.
be here, but you may miss the effects that we have put in video and other things. So whoever will see it through Zoom link may not be able to see everything, the effects and other videos that we have created, which will be in the live stream.
YouTube. No worries, ma'am. I'll communicate that. Thank you so much.
Please use the YouTube link.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you.
Link in the chat, so y'all can find the link there.
I'll do what no one else is doing. So I did what no engineer in this country ever does. I took CAT and went for an MBA.
अरे इधर माइक
पति भगवती निशेष जाड्याpaha. Three important pillars which unite each Nitian are Sanskar, the tradition, the values that NITIE imbibes in us. Smaran, the memories. We spend years daily waking to our dreams, making memories that we will always have. And Sansparsh, the bonding that runs through all of us.
I now request Professor Sumija, Honorary Secretary, NITIE Alumni Association, to say a few words and welcome the illustrious alumni.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. respected Director Sir, Deans, faculty colleagues, staff, and my dear alumni. Welcome to the felicitation function. Today, we are connected in a very tiring time, and I am sure NITIE fraternity will be able to sail through this difficult time. We were deliberating 2 months ago whether we will be able to conduct the meet or not. But our team and support from our director made us connect you all at least virtually. We have planned keynote speech, panel discussion, and stand-up comedy show for you all tomorrow. I congratulate all the award recipients and felicitation batches. Welcome you all with the hope that we will meet in person next year. Thank you. Once again, hearty welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for those words. I now request Professor K.S. Ranjani, Professor in charge, NITIE Alumni Association, to say a few words and welcome the illustrious alumni.
A very good afternoon to all. Respected Director, Professor Manoj Tiwari, respected Dean, Alumni Affairs, Professor Shirish Sangle, my colleagues present here, Professor Shankar Murthy, my very dear friend and colleague, Professor Sumi, my very, very dear, close to heart, members of my alumni committee, all the alumni who are to be felicitated here today, and all the alumni who are watching this event, a very, very warm welcome. This year has been especially difficult, challenging on all of us. I am very happy to share with you that despite all that has been happening around us, this has been one of the most engaging year in terms of alumni engagement. I am very happy to report to all of you about the very, very successful conduct of Taran sessions. We also had a Drona leadership talk series, all of which would not have been possible but for the wholehearted and enthusiastic support and participation from our very dear alumni. I'm hoping to extend this network in the years to come. I'm hoping that our entire family of alumni will all be involved with us in one way or the other. And I look forward to a very, very vibrant alumni culture that would mark NITIE, as a very special institution of eminence in the years to come. We are about to witness a very special event, and I once again offer my heartfelt felicitations to all of these people who are going to be the recipients of award. I also thank all of you for joining us today in this event. I look forward to a very engaging event for the day, and I wish that all of you will join us tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we would like to request Professor Shirish Sangle, Dean Alumni Affairs, to say a few words and welcome our illustrious alumni.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Respected Director, Professor M.K. Tiwari, Deans, my dear colleagues, and all the alumni present today. I feel deeply honored as well as privileged to welcome you all to Sansmaran 2020, the annual meet of your institution. And I appreciate this idea of Sansmaran, which creates a special bonding between the faculty members and the ones who have graduated and have established themselves already in the corporate world. I believe Sansmaran is a perfect platform for you to meet and, of course, revive the bonds with your peers and the faculty members. I also take this opportunity to congratulate all the awardees and all others whom we are felicitating today. Our Honorable Chairman, Mr. Shashikiran Shetty, our Director, the faculty members and alumni have envisioned to make NITIE a world-class institution, and they are getting an overwhelming support from faculty members and student fraternity to make this happen. The motto today is perform to transform NITIE into an international institution by enhancing quality research output and strengthening teaching. This requires collaboration with industry and academia at international level. I'm proud to say that in the last 1 year, NITIE has taken some path-breaking initiatives in research and teaching arena. We are making a major shift in our PG and doctoral curriculum, where emphasis is more on developing a contemporary industrial problem-solving skills. And we aspire to work very closely with industry to solve some of their challenging problems. Similarly, we are taking up innovative industrial research projects to develop solutions for the industry. And I'm also happy to share that we have signed few MOUs with industry and academia, especially in the area of logistics and supply chain management. To make this happen, we need more resources to develop new labs, to create digital and physical infrastructure for our students, and to support academic and research activities. Any great institution across the globe has an unprecedented support from its alumni community. We also look forward to receive similar kind of support from our alumni. Through this forum, I would like to appeal the NITIE alumni, please come forward and contribute to NITIE so that we all can realize the envisioned goal for us. I still remember many of you striving very hard to achieve your goals, worried about your careers, aspiring higher and whatnot. Although it has been so long, but it seems as if it was yesterday. I would say that I'm really delighted to see you people who spared some time for us. I hope you will enjoy the next 2 days with us. And once again, I would like to congratulate all the awardees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Every year, a new batch of ambitious youngsters, in a bid to chase their dreams and scale greater heights, walk through the gates of this esteemed institute and embark upon their journey to become managers, to take the corporate world by storm. Having learned the quintessential skills required to be a corporate manager, these youngsters bid a tearful farewell to NITIE, carrying along with them the memories that they would cherish forever. Each of these youngsters has grown into distinguished professionals with expertise par excellence in their respective disciplines. These alumni have grown in stature and stand today as role models worth emulation. With their accomplishments in several fields, they have kept the NITIE flag flying high, and by doing so have proven themselves to be a great asset to this institute.
And it is for this reason that the institute felicitates them, acknowledging their contributions to NITIE and to the world. The Distinguished Alumnus Award is the highest honor for alumni who have risen to a level of distinction through their professional lives, personal accomplishments, or humanitarian service.
With these inspiring words, we now move on to the next section of this ceremony, the Distinguished Alumnus Award and Promising Young Alumnus Award. Year after year, our alumni have proven their mettle in various fronts, be it corporate, research and development, political, social, defense, and the list goes on. Today, at this ceremony, as we look around, we see many worthy personalities and brilliant minds that it fills us with sheer pride and happiness to have had the luck of being a part of this tremendous legacy. Over the years, Sansmaran has always applauded the achievements of our exceptional alumni who have been the flag bearers of NITIE in the corporate world. In the year 2010, NITIE Alumni Association decided to go a step further and institutionalize their contribution, thereby introducing the Distinguished Alumnus Award.
This year again, the endeavor has garnered an overwhelming number of nominations. We would like to thank our jury members who engaged in the difficult task of diligently appraising each nomination to come up with the final list of awardees. I would now request Professor Sumi Jha to announce awards.
It is my privilege again to announce Distinguished Alumnus Awardees. It is our pleasure to announce that the first Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Aravind Thakur. Mr. Aravind Thakur is a NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 1978 batch and has more than 40 years of experience in technology and management. He has been the CEO Vice Chairman and Managing Director at NITIE Technologies Limited, a global IT solutions organization. In 2012, he was conferred the prestigious Global Gold Steve Award as Executive of the Year in the Computer Services category. Currently, he serves on the Board of Management of NITE University, a leading not-for-profit institution. NITIE takes a great pleasure in honoring Mr. Aravind Thakur for his outstanding services as a corporate leader and technologist. Congratulations, Mr. Aravind Thakur.
Thank you, Professor Jha, Director NITIE and President NITIE Alumni Association, Professor Manoj Tiwari, respected deans and faculty of the Institute, my dear students and distinguished guests. Receiving this honor from the Institute, which has laid the foundation for my professional journey, is very, very special. I'm grateful to my teachers and alma mater for developing me as a professional. Thereafter, I would like to give credit for this award to brand NIIT and the fabulous team which helped build it. In particular, the founding team of Rajendra Pawar, Vijay Thadani, and P. Rajendran, whose mentorship I have valued throughout this journey. What I've learned over time is the value of relationships. Very often, it is not what you know or how much you know which matters, but who you know which makes all the difference. I'm grateful to the many warm and significant relationships which have been formed over the years, particularly with industry colleagues alongside whom collectively the country has made a name on the global stage in the IT arena. And of course, my batchmates, many of whom have remained in touch. Relationships are built on trust and mutual respect. And if there is one message which I can share about success, it would be to inculcate this value. The key attribute in a professional relationship is trust, which in itself has two elements, competence and character. For people to trust you, it is important to demonstrate competence, which comes from your knowledge, experience, and most important, a desire to learn continuously. And the other element is character, which is nurtured by demonstrable behavior of integrity. I was fortunate to imbibe both these elements early in life, the former from great institutes of learning like NITIE, and the latter through values reinforced by my father, a disciplined and upright officer who had served with the armed forces. I take this opportunity to acknowledge my close family and friends for their love and unconditional support in coping with life's many challenges, and thank NITIE for this special moment while looking forward to many more distinguished careers emerging from the Institute.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aravind Thakur. It would have been our privilege to hear you in person, and I would request you to please visit once this pandemic kind of situation will be over. Thank you so much. Our second Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Professor P.K. Kannan. Professor P.K. Kannan is a NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 1982 batch and PhD from Purdue University in 1988. Dr. P.K. Kannan is the Dean's Chair in Marketing Science at the Robert H. Smith School of Business at the University of Maryland. A university teacher, researcher, and administrator with more than 30 years of experience in higher education. Dr. Kannan has been awarded with Distinguished Scholar Teacher in 2018 from University of Maryland. NITIE recognizes his outstanding academic leadership. Through his achievements, Professor Kannan has brought glory to the name of the institute. Congratulations, Professor Kannan.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thanks to Dr. Director Manoj Tiwari and to all the NITIE Alumni Committee, Professor Sumi Jha, the deans and faculty of NITIE, but last but not least, the student volunteers who helped put together this program and interact with me. Now, I really want to thank NITIE for recognizing that work in academia and academic practice is also worthy of recognition. And many of our NITIE colleagues and many of my batchmates, most of them end up in the practice world. And for me, the path was somewhat different. I did start off in the industry working for Tata Motors, Telco at that time. But then my path diverged because of some of the things that I had done at NITIE, which really led me to seek a different path. Now, in the batch 10, we used to have a professor there called Rajan Mehrotra. And for the first time, they instituted that NITIE students should do a research paper. I was the academic secretary at NITIE, and all my batchmates said, oh, this is a terrible idea because we are a practice institute. We shouldn't be doing research, and it's a waste of time. And so I went up to Dr. Mehrotra and made this recommendation that that requirement be scrapped because that's not really useful. But he stuck to the guns. And of course, every one of us grumbled about it and then started working on this research paper. Right. And then after, 4 months or so after working on this research paper, delivering it, it was actually a very worthy experience because you're trying to understand what are the cutting edge things that are happening, not only in supply chain and marketing and management, but you're trying to bring that to practice. So when I started applying for PhD programs, I actually sent a copy of this research paper along with my application. And that really helped me get in through. And it also put a seed in me to really think about research in a different way. I mean, you're looking at applied research. So how can you bring applied research into the field of whatever you are working on? Now, I work in the area of marketing. And as you know, now with all the technological developments that you have in marketing, with all the big data and AI and machine learning, there are so many opportunity for using some of these things at a cutting edge. And I've been involved with companies trying to implement these things in their own organizations. And so I think, I really am very grateful to the teachers and the faculty at NITIE for giving me this opportunity to really explore different things. Instead of just putting you through a very narrow path, they actually broadened my horizon. And I think that is the way that we should be looking forward to, because learning at every point in time expands our horizon and new opportunities arise because of this. Now, I just want to thank the NITIE Alumni Committee for giving me this award. It's my honor and privilege to accept this award. And I really want to come back and visit NITIE. Hopefully, after this pandemic is over, I will be able to do that. And I also want to interact with as many as my alumni as much as possible. So let's keep in touch. And again, thank you very much for this award.
Thank you, Mr. Kannan, Professor Kannan, rather. It will be our privilege, and we would wait for your visit to NITIE. Our third Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. N.V. Surendra Babu. Mr. Surendra Babu is a NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 1986 batch. Currently serves as Director General of Police, Andhra Pradesh Special Protection Force. Mr. Surendra Babu has a total 33 years of experience in public services and was awarded with President's Police Medal for Distinguished Services in 2012 and Ati Utkrisht Seva Padak in 2018 for 25 years of unblemished service with professional excellence. He also received the Indian Police Medal for Meritorious Service in the 2003 and Antrik Suraksha Seva Padak in 2004 for contributions to the controlling of left-wing extremism. NITIE recognizes Mr. Surendra Babu for his outstanding contribution in the public services and his dedication to the promotion of safety and security in our country, combined with a strong sense of civic duty. We are extremely delighted to have you with us, sir. Congratulations, Mr. Babu.
Thank you very much, Professor Jha. Respected Director, Mr. M.K. Tiwari, Faculty of NITIE, Office Bearers of NITIE Alumni Association, other distinguished guests, and the students. I am extremely delighted that NITIE Alumni Association and NITIE have decided to confer this award on me. I am indeed very, very grateful to the association and the institution. It has been more than 34 years since we left the institution. It could have been wonderful if I could have been with you today at the institute itself, visiting all those old places. I have very fond memories of my stay in NITIE. Though it was 34 years back, that appears as if it was only yesterday. The common hall, the TT room, the library, and the Vihar Lake. We really enjoyed our stay at NITIE. Whatever we are today, I say it is due to NITIE. In fact, my stint at NITIE helped me choose an optional for the civil service exam. I have taken management and public administration at that time, in addition to my own engineering branch of mechanical engineering. Normally, engineers used to take other subjects like anthropology or sociology or psychology and all that. But I have taken management and I got selected to the IPS and allotted to AP cadre. The values that NITIE inculcated in us are with us even today. Whenever I think of NITIE, it's with a smile on the face. I want to share with you two things that we always carried from NITIE. We were taught about the leadership styles in NITIE. We used to think where we fit in. But in administration and in governance, we work in various places, in rural areas, urban areas, interior areas and all that. So the problems are different and the people's expectations are different. So we have to understand that leadership styles that serve the purpose in different places are different. That is what we have learned by working in the badlands of Maoist affected districts in Warangal, Karimnagar, etc. in the combined Andhra Pradesh, and that stood in good state. Later, when I was working in RTC as VC and MD, it's a huge organization of about 53,000 employees. By following what we really learned at NITIE, the work study, we could make so many innovations and improve the ways of functioning there that we could reduce the losses by about 600 crores in a financial year. For all this, I'm extremely grateful to the faculty of NITIE who taught us all those things when we were there. And I would like to take this opportunity to also thank my parents, my wife and children, who were always a great support to me in all my endeavors. I once again thank NITIE and the Alumni Association for this honor, and I am indeed very grateful for that. Thank you all.
Congratulations, Mr. Surendra Babu. We would love to host you whenever you would like to visit NITIE. And probably next year, if possible, you all join us during Sansmaran when we will organize it in a physical mode.
Thank you.
Our director would like to say a few words.
Sir, being in services, particularly law and order services, you are arresting many criminals. Sir, we want to arrest you here. So as a time,
I would welcome that.
you please again come to the campus, and we want to have more physical interaction with all of you. So thank you, sir, for coming to our virtual platform and accepting this award, and we are really grateful to you. Okay, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Babu. Our fourth Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Ashok Sathe. Mr. Ashok Sathe is NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 1987 batch and has a total of 33 years of experience in corporate services. He has been the client relationship executive at Capgemini and has a successful track record of building, growing customer relationships. Currently, he serves as Vice President, Financial Services at Capgemini. In honoring Mr. Ashok Sathe, NITIE Mumbai recognizes his outstanding services as corporate leader. Through his achievements, Mr. Ashok Sathe has brought glory to the name of the institute. Mr. Ashok Sathe, congratulations. We would like to hear you.
Hey, hi. Thank you. First, hello and thank you. Respected Director Tiwari, NITIE faculty, and the Alumni Association member. Firstly, thank you very much. I'm honored and very grateful for this recognition and for this award. And a little bit surprised by the award, primarily because what I've been doing over the last 33 years is, to some extent, I thought NITIE would always expect its past students, its alumni to do. So when I first got a call from Professor, I thought, she's checking on me, saying, "Hey, am I really doing what NITIE really expected me to do?" So again, so thank you very much. I mean, this has been what I have been today, and I know, firstly, I'm actually also humbled by being in the presence of some of the other alumni that spoke before me. I want to say hi to Mr. Saren Babu. You look the same the way you look when you are in NITIE. I know you are 1 year senior to me. We spent some time in the hostel together. So again, thank you. One of the things that a lot of time I have heard, because I know NITIE specializes and we focused on industrial engineering, operations research. And one of the question gets, I'm in the financial services in the software industry, and the question gets asked, hey, you learned industrial engineering. How come you are doing, what are you doing in financial services, or what are you doing in the software industry? And I just wanted to share one thing. I mean, after my engineering, when I was in NITIE, of course, wanted to study industrial engineering, operations research. And we had, there were a couple of courses in software. And at that time, in the mid 80s, the software industry had started, a little bit nascent in India. We had a professor, Gajjar, who was a visiting professor that year, from one of the US universities, and he was teaching in NITIE. And I took 2 courses, software engineering. And that really developed my interest in software engineering. And I said, this is something I like, and this is something I would like to pursue. So to some extent, what I'm doing, yes, I'm not doing industrial engineering, but what I'm doing today, the foundation of that was kind of laid in while I was doing courses when I was in NITIE. So I owe a lot to what I'm doing today, to what I learned in NITIE. apart from the, and my view is, apart from the specific, the subject matters that you learn, or, the specific topics you learn, what I believe we learned, what NITIE really helps is to get the students ready for the corporate world or for the business world. And in my view, in addition to, of course, whether it's industrial engineering, whether it is supply chain management, there are many other skills which are required to be successful, in the corporate world or in the business world. The communication skills. I know Mr. Arvind Thakur talked about the relationships, the intrapersonal communication skills, organizational behavior, keeping your mind open, the listening skill, and some of those things. And I can go some of those skills. I believe that in doing the courses, what I learned from some of the professors, what I learned actually from my other batchmates, some of it is in the classroom, some of it is in the hostel common room, and that has been very helpful. I would say sow the seed of that continuous learning process, and that has been very helpful in the corporate world. So my advice, of course, to all the current students is, hey, of course, do focus on the subjects that you're learning, but also please do keep your mind open to learn these lot of other things. There's a great opportunity of doing that in institutes like in NITIE. So that's my kind of advice. That's what I learned, and of course that has helped me in my last 25 years in Capgemini. To kind of that keeping your mind open has really helped with all the international experience in whatever the 7 countries that I worked in. One thing there are always these memories from NITIE NITIE days. One thing that is with me is another, and I'll quote another professor. We used to have Professor Venkoba Rao, and he used to say that, hey, we are in technology, and the question always gets asked, after 20 years, aren't you afraid that the technology would change and you will become outdated? And what he had said is, to us, he said, hey, remember, when these things change and when these things innovate, you in the industry would be on the forefront of making that change. So you don't need to be afraid of, if something changing. Keep your mind open, and you will be on the forefront of that innovation. So you have nothing to worry about. And that has honestly really remained with me for all these days. Again, as you know, in the software industry, things change. Every year I keep hearing new words, which I think sometimes, oh, cucumber, is it really a software, or is this something which is, now someone is talking about some new a vegetable. But that quote, or that what I learned from someone like Professor Venkoba Rao has been really with me. It keeps reminding me multiple times. So again, thank you. This has been a great honor. And I'm also really glad to see my alma mater, NITIE, it continues to be a premier learning institute in India. And so thank you, Director Tiwari, and thank you, faculty, for the continuous enrichment of the teaching that we've been able to offer both, and to the students and the collaboration with the industry. Again, thank you. And I'm looking forward, again, as Professor Saha, you said, once the pandemic is over, to come back and be there physically in the campus and interact with many of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sathe. Congratulations once again. And we will wait for your visit to Mumbai and to NITIE. Our 5th Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Chandrasekhar Vadadi. Mr. Chandrasekhar Vadadi is a NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 1989 batch and has a total of 31 years of experience in FMCG industry. Mr. Chandrasekhar Badadi has a history of outstanding contributions in supply chain of consumer goods industry. He has a strong business development skill in supply chain optimization, consumer products, strategic sourcing, and management. Currently, he serves as Senior Vice President Purchases, Greater China and Global Market Operations at P&G. In honoring Mr. Chandrasekhar Badadi, Ms. NITIE recognizes his outstanding services as a global corporate leader. Through his achievements, Mr. Chandrasekhar Badadi has brought glory to the name of the Institute. Congratulations, Mr. Badadi. We would like to hear you.
Thank you, Professor Jha. Hope you can hear me okay?
Perfect.
Okay. And hope the video is on so you can see me. And I'm joined today by my lovely wife here. We're married for 28 years, Rekha.
Hello, and thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Jha. First, I think it's a true honor, and I wanted to thank the whole Professor Jha and the faculty of the NITIE and all the distinguished people in today who have been part of actually choosing me for this nomination and conferring this award to me. It's an honor, and I'll tell you why it's an honor coming in. If I turn the clock back 32 years, close 32 years actually, when I was graduating out of NITIE, and actually I interviewed with P&G. It was a first day interview. It was the first offer I came, and I took only 5 minutes to accept the offer. I signed on NITIE's acceptance offer and gave it back to Procter & Gamble. At that time, Procter & Gamble was new to India, but obviously has a proud history and a great company. And I didn't even know what I was signing up for. I all knew that it was a good company I was signing up for, and I got in there. Now, I turn the clock forward today to 32 years here, hence, I'm still with Procter & Gamble. I never imagined two things would happen, that after 32 years of graduating in 1989, one, I would still be working for Procter & Gamble, and here I am. And second, that NITIE would actually confer this Alumnus Award for my contributions in the corporate world, which were due to Procter & Gamble. So, and if I look at that history, there are two things kind of compel me to think about what has happened today. First is, because of NITIE, I got into Procter & Gamble. I didn't think I would stay in Procter & Gamble beyond a couple of years. I wasn't even sure how the company was. I've stayed 32 years, and because of Procter & Gamble, I've lived and worked in 5 countries, India, Singapore, China, Japan, and United States, and right now in China. And I've traveled to under 55 countries, courtesy Procter & Gamble. So it's a great company, and I got in because of NITIE, and I'll always be grateful for that opportunity NITIE gave me to interview at P&G and get into P&G, and then wherever P&G took me into my career. So that's where I see today. But I'll also like Ashok Sathe before me and 2 years senior to me. I regret I've not met you, Ashok Sathe, when I was in NITIE. I also think about my days in NITIE and what were the precious things NITIE gave me, which allowed me to get to where I am today. The first thing I would say is, I came in with NITIE. I loved operations research. If people remember, old people like me will remember the simplex method in linear programming and mixed integer programming and Markov chains. I loved that. I also remember, like Ashok Sathe, the lessons from Professor Venkova Rao, who taught us or pushed us to kind of think about the application of your knowledge and not worry about your grades, not worry about getting the right GPA at the end of the semester, but he kept pushing us. What difference would you like to make? He showed us some movies in search of excellence with great companies and said, inspire yourself to think about with all this knowledge we're giving you, what difference will you make to the world? At that point, obviously, as a student focused on just studying and getting through, the importance of Venkova Rao's words never sounded right to me. And that other person was Professor Govindarajan, who taught us computer programming. And he always said, don't worry about the coding. Don't worry whether you're using Fortran or Pascal or COBOL or BASIC. I want to think about your logic. So if you can share your logic with me in plain English or any other language you want to, you can convert the logic into any programming language you want to. So I want to see your thinking skills, analytic skills. All those were kind of things I remember both from Venkova Rao and Govind Rajan. And you turn the clock back now 32 years. Today, the importance of data science, and I shared with you, Professor Jha, at one point, the importance of what I learned, whether it was mixed integer programming or linear programming or Markov chains. Now the world is embracing data science and big data like anything else. But 32 years ago, it was a piece of paper, a piece of science, and a piece of mathematics, which we never thought would be relevant in the modern world. But now, even if I'm not using Markov chains actively, what NITIE gave me is a gift of analytical thinking, the gift of thinking like a systems, gift of thinking logically, gift of thinking about problem solving. All that will remain in memory, but that is what helped me in the last 30 years, going to country after country, working in different assignments, and thinking about the problems we are trying to solve and how to apply some of my education, some of my experiences to those problems. Apart from that, while education and mathematics and linear programming might be limiting in terms of what I learned, the reality which Ashok Sathe said, it's about being relations, human relationships, the friendships you make, and how to actually work with others, not just as an individual, and work as a scientist or a physician, but work with others. And there are a lot of occasions in NITIE, whether it was the secretary of the culture club, or whether I organized some quizzes, or guess the right word, or any other kind of dumb charade program as a literary secretary or cultural secretary in the common room. All that helped me work with people, make the right relationships, and taught me a lot about work with different people. And NITIE was a pretty diverse community from all over the country, and it helped you understand and appreciate the different ethnicities which are prevalent in India. All that has taught me and helped me through my corporate career for 32 years. So here I am honored to receive this award. As I receive this award, only one thing I will say, I will make a pledge. I will make a pledge to everybody on this watching on YouTube, the alumni and the faculty of this institute, that I do feel a bit sorry that I have not given back enough to this institute after 32 years. So I'll make a pledge and a commitment to all of you listening to me that for the remainder of my life and career, with a few things I can do in small little ways to contribute back to the institute, I will do it. If it's teaching, it's guest speaking, mentoring a few people, helping the institute, helping the students get through difficult times in their career or counseling them, you can count on me. I will reach out more often, but you can count on me. I will do whatever humanly possible within my limitations to give back to the institute. That's the least I can do to NITIE, because whatever I do to NITIE, I don't think I can actually overcome all the stuff NITIE has given me. So I can give some little bit of precious gifts back to the institute. Hopefully that will help me think that I have been a good student and a good alumni, and the giving back will make a difference in other people's lives. So thank you, Professor Jha, and thank you everybody who's been listening. This is a great moment, a great honor, and I thank you all for honoring me today and felicitating in front of so many people.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Padadi. Our director also would like to say a few words.
My pleasure.
We are very happy to see both of you here, because you have been part of NITIE, but first time we are watching that even Madam is with you. So really it's a great pleasure for us. And I hope that when you really come physically to NITIE, it will be really great honor. And we are sorry to say that we are late actually recognizing you, but not only you, many other our distinguished alumnus today. And we hope that we have our continued relationship, and we will touch with you and seek your advice on many issues. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. And really, we are proud of you. And first time when I listened your interview, at that time itself, I decided that, okay, somehow we will rope you with the NITIE as early as possible. Thank you, sir, for coming to our platform, especially with Madam. Thank you very much, sir. Okay.
Thank you very directly. I just want to say one more thing, that when I joined the company in pre-NG, I was the only one from NITIE. That was 1989, 30 years ago. Now my NITIE people tell me there are close to 150, 200 people in NITIE 30 years since. So I'm glad, on behalf of people at PNG and NITIE alumni at PNG, I thank the Institute for this honor. Thank you very much, sir, and have a great function rest of the evening.
Thank you so much, sir.
Congratulations once again. Our sixth Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Sanjay Kumar Shukla. Mr. Sanjay Kumar Shukla is a NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 1993 batch. Currently serves as Principal Secretary, Department of Industrial Policy and Investment Promotion, Department of Medical Education, Government of Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Sanjay Kumar Shukla has won a gold medal in National E-Governance Award for the year 2013-14. Mr. Sanjay Kumar Shukla's insignificant achievements reflected in improving Madhya Pradesh's ease of banking from 7th to 4th in India. With his contributions to the society through civil services, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Shukla has made us all proud. We are delighted to have you with us here. Congratulations, Mr. Shukla. We would like to hear a few words from you.
Thank you, Professor Jha. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. Respected Director, Dr. Tiwari, Dean, faculty, other distinguished alumni and friends. First of all, let me say that I'm deeply honored and humbled by this award. And I thank the jury and the institute to give this to somebody who is in public sector and not in the typical corporate world where numbers are easily identified, where kind of your career growth is also related to your performance and so on. So now let me go back briefly to the time when we went to NITIE. I still remember, it is very fresh in my memory, the long train ride I took from Jharkhand, Kodarma to Mumbai. It was Howrah Bombay Mail. And from there to having completed the course, we got some excellent friends, we had some excellent teachers, faculty, and we got to learn many things from interpersonal skills to subject knowledge, and like others mentioned, operation research and organizational behavior and so on. So we learned many things in NITIE, and it kind of gave us a good platform to take up the career of your choice. And it was the company of people with good passion for excellence, with good commitment, who are keen to study and keen to learn new things, that I also benefited from them, and kind of I got the advantage of being in that privileged company. Now, the whole environment and ecosystem and NITIE, as Mr. Sathe also said, and Mr. Vidadi also mentioned, and others too mentioned, you end up in different streams, but the basic core values and the basic skills that you learn at NITIE remains with you. It gives you some ability for quantitative analysis, for logical thinking, for good leadership and team spirit. You work with people, you take them along. You work as subordinate, you work as a junior, you work as senior. I have a guest family with me, so the child was coming. So in a setup like NITIE, you also learn things which are very useful for your future career, irrespective of you go in government, you go in corporate, or you are an entrepreneur. Now with this kind of background, as it happened, I did in Madhya Pradesh. I got this cadre, which is a beautiful cadre. It's a lovely state, a developing state, and I'm very happy to share that in the progress of Madhya Pradesh, I have contributed some bit, a small bit, but some bit. It is one of the fastest growing developing state in India, as numbers would tell. I have mainly worked in urban development and power for about 10 years in urban and 8 years in power sector. And I very clearly remember in my stint of urban development from 11 to 15, we set up n number of institutional kind of framework which took up sanitation as a sustained work for urban bodies. And that gave MP a leg up from other states when the government of India launched Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And the outcome is there to see that Indore has been consistently 4th year. Indore is the cleanest city in the country. Bhopal is the cleanest capital in the country. And about 4 to 5 towns of Madhya Pradesh figure in top 20, about 20 figure in the top 100 and so on. Similarly, we started a lot of urban reforms, whether it was accounting, double entry, or using kind of GIS systems to map all the properties and to plan for water network and so on. Similarly, in power sector, we were the first to complete each household in the country under Saubhagya program. And in the power sector, we became power surplus. We became a major player in the power exchange. We are a net seller of power from, at one point of time, we were power deficient. So we could achieve all those things with the same basic concept of planning, using the resources meaningfully and efficiently, and so on. So the education of NITIE is a very strong tool that one has, whether you go in corporate or you go in public sector. Now, looking forward, every state has to now adopt technology very fast and create employment. That is what the two, I would say, the two basic pillars of progress would be. Now, the states are working on this, Government of India is working on this, but NITIE has a great scope to work with both Government of India and the state government, whether it is Tamil Nadu or Maharashtra or Bihar or Punjab or Madhya Pradesh, that you can take up sectors like logistics or planning, road transport, shipping, other management subjects and supply, including supply chain. So these are the areas where a lot of employment will be generated. And when we are planning to take up China and we are planning to ourselves become a economic power, these are the sectors we need to work on. So I see a lot of scope for NITIE's role in future, growing role in NITIE, and I firmly believe that NITIE will bring out excellence in all these sectors. Now, besides this award, today also I was informed and I came to know that I am part of the executive committee of the association. So I'll be very happy and willing to contribute to whatever we can, and I will be available at a call or an email. And very soon we hope to also come to NITIE and meet all of you. I would like to end here, again thanking the institute and the faculty members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shukla, and we would like to continue our association with you as well as with Madhya Pradesh government. And our director would like to say a few words.
Shukla Sahab, namaskar. Manoj Tiwari.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Sir, it's our pleasure that even during the pandemic period, you bothered to visit NITIE, and we are really extremely grateful to you to take such a risk at that time when it was on the peak. And really, the kind of career progression that you have achieved, it is also actually one of the, you can say, inspiring stories for many of NITIE students and some of them who may opt for civil services or even police services, because many of our alumni like you and already we have seen one and another may come soon. So sir, it's a really prideful moment for all of us, and we seek your continued association with the NITIE, and you people were great that at that time with high merit you made it to the NITIE, and we could not make it, but despite that we are director of the institute. That shows that we can't meet the quality of the students that we are having here. So thank you very much, sir, and we hope to have more interaction with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Shukla. Our 7th Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Saurabh Tripathi. Mr. Saurabh Tripathi is the NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 1997 batch. Mr. Saurabh has been awarded Indian Police Medal by President of India and Kathin Seva Medal by Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. He is a recipient of Director General Police Sahastra Seema Bal Commendation with Golden Disc and Director General of Police Tripura Commendation with Silver Disc. Mr. Tripathi is a person who has consistently gone above and beyond the call of duty. NITIE recognizes Mr. Tripathi for his outstanding contribution in public services. We are extremely delighted to have you with us. Congratulations, Mr. Tripathi. We would like to hear you.
Am I audible?
Yes, and we can see you too.
Yeah. Respected chief guest for the event, Dr. Professor Manoj Tiwari, Professor Sumi Jha, Professor Sangle, Professor Acharya, Professor Date, other deans, all other distinguished guests, alumni, my batchmates, current students, and everyone associated with this great institute. First of all, I want to thank the Alumni Committee for considering and awarding me the Distinguished Alumnus Award. I am also thankful to the Alumni Committee for organizing this unique online Sansmaran event during these COVID hard times. Before I talk further, I would like to just tell a very brief background about myself, which is very important because the NITIE education played a very, very important role in my life. I belong to a very small village in one of the most backward districts of Uttar Pradesh. I did not have benefit of formal education till class 6th, and subsequently I got into Motilal Nehru Institute of Technology, and when I came to NITIE in June 1995, joined 25th batch of PGDIE. It is the NITIE which gave me skills and knowledge to prepare me for my future life. Post in 1997 itself, I got into Indian Police Service. Since then, I had worked in very different places in Madhya Pradesh, in northeast state of Tripura, in Delhi, right now working in Uttar Pradesh. And I had worked in some of those areas which are highly inaccessible. Still, they are very inaccessible and very remotely located. Right now, I am working in Sasastra Seema Bal and are responsible for management of sensitive UP-Nepal border. The NITIE education is very important because many of us think that the skill and knowledge which are taught in business schools or in NITIE, they can be used mostly in corporate worlds. But however, I must confess today that I have been able to use all of those skills, those knowledge which were taught in 1995, 96, 97 to me on day-to-day basis while performing public services. To name few examples, whether it is creation of terrorist databases, ergonomic design of bulletproof vehicles, negotiation skills to handle law and order situation, zero inventory system in government, quality control, benchmarking, quick decision making, leadership skill. NITIE gives us a system by which we are, whether it is corporate world or whether it is a public services, all of these skills we were able to adopt and imbibe and implement in our day-to-day functioning. I have been always strongly connected with the NITIE since leaving the college, and I have a very small suggestions for all of us that each alumni and on current student, they must give like sort of at least 1 hour per week, only 1 hour per week to our institute. they have to do very simple thing that we must go through the institute website, see its social media page, and see where we can contribute. And when we go through this process, definitely we will be able to find out something to which we connect, and that way we will be able to give back something to our alumni. In the end, again, I want to thank all of my professors who taught me, guided me. I also want to thank my all classmates with whom I spent great time, because the type of bondage and the learning, mutual learning which we had within the batch and with other just senior batch and junior batch, that was great. I also want to thank my wife Aparna, my son Isan, my daughter Manasvi, and my entire family for their unending support, because when we are in public life, it is public service is very difficult nowadays. I want to dedicate this award to my mother, who is no more, and my father, who made me whatever I am today. Thank you, Director Professor Tiwari sir, for your vision. You taking over as the Director NITIE is perhaps one of the best things which has happened to the institute in recent past. We are very sure that institute will achieve glory and become the best institute in the world. And in the last, I want to just recite one Sanskrit slok. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrayantu paschyantu, ma kaschit dukh bhagyavet. सभी सुखी हों, सभी रोग मुक्त हों, सभी का जीवन मंगलमय हो और कोई भी दुख का भागी ना हो. जय हिंद, जय भारत.
Congratulations, Mr. Tripathi, and thank you for such a lovely acceptance speech. I would request our director to congratulate Mr. Tripathi.
Saurabh ji, namaskar. Manoj Tiwari, this side.
हाँ सर.
हाँ सर, सौरभ जी की मैं तो इधर जस्ट एक साल हुआ ज्वाइन किए हुए, बट आई नो यू सिंस लास्ट मेनी इयर्स बिकॉज ऑफ डिफरेंट रीजन्स. सो आई saw the kind of merit and fragrance you are having in one conference at the Gwalior, because you are selected at that time one of the presenters having best paper. So I was the jury at that time, but here I was not jury was somebody else. But when your name brought before us, we are very happy that everywhere, wherever you are there, you are making one of the best contributions. So really congratulations to you. And I also admire you because you come from village and nearby my village is also there. So many times we have some problems. So whenever is there, whenever remember, Saurabh ji, really sir, you are all coming to help us. And I am proud of you. And particularly when you cited Sanskrit sloka, then I actually have one more faith, like Parahit Bas Jinke Manmahi Tinka Jag Durlabh Kachnahi. So whenever you have this kind of thing, Saurabh, nothing to rare for achievement to you. Good luck, boss. Thank you very much. Huh? Okay.
Congratulations once again. Our next Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Hemant Badri. Mr. Hemant Badri is the NITIE alumnus of PGDIE 2002 batch. Currently serves as Global Vice President of Planning, Analytics and Customer Experience at Unilever. Mr. Hemant Badri has been awarded with CEO Compass Award in 2012 and 14. He also won New Face of Leadership Role Model by CHRO Unilever and Blueprint Award by Unilever CSCO for Segmentation 2.0 in 2015. With his outstanding services in corporate business management, Mr. Hemant Badri has made all of us proud, and we are glad to have you here with us today. Congratulations, Mr. Badri. We would like to hear you.
Yeah. Thanks for such a generous introduction, Professor Sumija. First of all, I want to extend my gratitude to NITIE Director, Professor Manoj Tiwari, all the deans, professors, academic staff, student and alums. It's absolute honor to receive this award as a distinguished alumnus of NITIE. It's great to be back to NITIE after 18 years. Indeed, I would have loved to be physically present, but pandemic has changed all our models and possibilities. I would like to extend significant thanks to the NITIE faculty, Professor Mukhopadhyay, Professor Neelkantan, Professor Pundir, Professor Hema Date, Professor Kanapure, and many more, who helped me to shape up my thinking and supported in my professional vision. When I was juggling my thinking, when I was in NITIE between a good engineer versus being a good manager. And I'm sure a lot of today's students are into that dilemma and how to progress their career. I wish to congratulate all my fellow colleagues and alums of NITIE who have been awarded as a distinguished alumnus today. Indeed, you are inspiration, and it just embarks on all possibilities what we can achieve. It just makes me humble and just makes me inspired to know what we can achieve. And that is, I would say, that's one of the things students of NITIE can pick up. If I look back 40 years of my life, indeed, it's 20 years of professional experience. I think one of the decisions which stands really the life-changing moment is decision to join NITIE. And it is really helps us you to be getting into elite class, whether it is professional or corporate life, you're really respected for what you bring to the table. So I want to, make all the alumnus to realize that you are, part of an elite institute, and this is a scarce and most valued resource in the industry. Okay, and I sincerely believe that this uniqueness of NITIE and specialization can make this institute just not the one of the most valued institute in India, but it can be one of the renowned institute for supply chain and operational research in the world. I just want to bring 3 aspects of my learning in NITIE and how did it really help me. First, the NITIE in academia is an industry leader in thought leadership team. If you talk about supply chain, whether it is industrial engineering, human factor engineering, operational research, what you study and what you learn as a curriculum is even valued when I look back today. And I would like to urge the team to continue that strength to be ahead of time in terms of thinking. And that is applicable just not into FMCG or automobiles. You talk about any technology today, and my fellow distinguished alumnus touch base upon, whether it is finance, marketing, IT, you are uniquely positioned at the center of every transformation. If I just share about my 20 years experience and how NITIE helped me to get all the first principles, and that is valid even today when we talk about advanced optimizers, when we talk about a lot of new algorithm, AI, deep learning, and solving problem across. Second, NITIE brings you to the thinking of, the business problem solving. You're not at a juncture where you are academically just studying the concept. It is about what is the problem you're trying to solve. The courses of operational research, statistics really brings you a strong foundation, and you can apply for any industrial application. The third key aspect which I want to bring of uniqueness of NITIE is it is located in corporate capital of India, which really positions itself to uniquely connect with industry. When you are studying there, you might feel that is it worth as an academic? I just would say it's a fair balance which helps you to understand the trends in the industry. You understand few of the thought leaders and how they are shaping up the industry. So it makes you really, really prepared when it talks about industry interaction. A few things, I had few engagement with, Director Professor Manoj Tiwari. I strongly believe NITIE is in a right hand for bringing huge transformation and being in the global path for one of the knowledge institute. Okay. Indeed, lastly, all the 20 years of professional career, I just want to thank my parent. I want to thank my wife, Dr. Saili, and my little daughter. We take a lot of decisions about moving around the world. And many a times they're right, wrong decision, it impacts your family and your system, but indeed they help me and supported wholeheartedly for my success and contribution. Thank you for this wonderful recognition, and I think that this is one of the jewel I will value entire of my life, and I also promise that I will contribute back to my institute as I'm being part of NITIE, designing the curriculum for NITIE and giving an external input, and look forward enriching interaction with the students and the academic, professors and faculty members. Thank you for everything, and really humbled with this recognition.
Congratulations once again, Mr. Badri. Our director would like to say a few words.
Hemant, congratulations, and
thank you, sir.
I interacted with you really for taking you into our academic council, and the kind of point you mentioned, we are really in the stage of transformation, and many transformations are needed actually to come up to your expectation and also the expectation of our very illustrious alums, that the kind of glory that you people have brought, we have to maintain that one. So because of that, many things which are industrially relevant, which are currently fitting to the needs of the both service and manufacturing sector, we have to bring into our system, and your valuable assistance is very well needed. Once again, we congratulate you, and we need to share our shoulders with you for building a very vibrant and timely, we can say, valuable curricula for our systems. Thank you very much, Badri, and please encourage our students to have more such interaction with you. Okay?
Surely, sir. Thanks a lot, and thanks a lot, everyone.
Congratulations once again. Our next and final Distinguished Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Ankur Bhagat. Mr. Ankur Bhagat is our alumnus from PGDIM batch of 2000, currently at the position of Associate Director, Country Supply Chain, Head of India and Subcontinent India in Procter & Gamble. Mr. Bhagat joined P&G after graduating from NITIE and has consistently worked towards the evolution of supply chain in FMCG. Mr. Bhagat has been a perfect guide for us in maintaining and cultivating the relationship between his alma mater and his workplace. We are extremely delighted to have you with us. Congratulations, Mr. Ankur Bhagat. We would like to hear you.
Thank you, Professor Jha. Respected Director, Professor Manoj Tiwari, President, NITIE Alumni Association, and all the alumni and students who are present today. I hope I'm audible.
You're audible, but your video is not on.
Yeah, if I may request, I'm trying to switch it on. It was working earlier. All right,
okay,
it should.
Fine.
It should work now. Let me know if
it's working. It's working. Thank you.
All right. So at the onset, I'm truly honored. It's really humbling, to be conferred this really prestigious award. I'm grateful that I have been chosen for this award among such esteemed alumnus. Personally, I owe a lot. Frankly, all my professional success, if I have to put it to one defining moment, that would be the day I got selected for NITIE. Similar to some of the other, distinguished alumnus, I still remember the train journey that I made, from my hometown in New Delhi, to God's own campus. It's something which stays, and probably I had, really 2 beautiful years, on campus. And beyond, obviously NITIE was the place, and by the way, Chandra, who was there today, he's an inspiration to us in PNG. To be able to, get this award on the same platform, makes it even more special. It has been 20 years, since I left NITIE, but still feels like yesterday. Have really fond memories, of the campus, From the time when we came in as energetic budding engineers, but I would say fairly raw, to getting transformed into young supply chain professionals, by the end of the 2 years, speaks volumes of what the institute kind of, gets to you in those 2 years' times. So it is, and well beyond, what you would kind of learn from academics, as Ashok was mentioning, it is the learning, that you get outside of the classroom, the activities that you do, the learning by doing of the multiple student events that you organize, the interpersonal relationships that you form and that you learn is the one which makes a big difference, to your development as a professional. For me personally, NITIE gave me the platform to apply for summers at Proctor. And pretty much like Chandra, I have been at PNG for the last 20 years. And, the foundation that I got in terms of the technical mastery is what has held me in good stead over the last 20 years, here. I would just like to reinforce, one key point, which I think a couple of my esteemed, other alumnus also mentioned. Of course, it's a given that hard work, dedication, attitude to learn continuously is a given, that if you have to, endeavor for success, you would want to stay on these fundamentals. But there are two pieces of golden advice, which I had got, while I was on campus from Professor Muthu Krishnan, who was one of our most respected professors at that point of time, which I remember till date. The first is around business, how understanding the business is actually much more important before we start bringing in any technology solution. Many times we put a little bit horse ahead of the cart, and it's something which has stayed with me, till date, and I believe makes a big difference. You need to be a business leader before you become, functional leader in whichever area you are, choosing to play in. Second, which also I believe makes a big difference, is the fact that beyond the technical mastery and beyond all the academic learning that you can get, in the end, it is all about people. So being humble, having the empathy to understand where are others coming from, nurturing teams and developing people in the long run would play much more towards, success. And again, the opportunity which NITIE provides in terms of, not only the interpersonal skills, but the mentorship that you get, whether it is from the dedicated faculty that we have, and I can, kind of simply go on, about the contributions that they have made, but also the strong relationships that we have with the alumnus, with the junior batches and with the senior batches, and many of us kind of mentioned, I think we need to do even more, especially the ones who have now been in the industry, to make even stronger connections back with the institute, but it makes a big difference. I would strongly encourage you to make the most out of the 2 years, that you have on this, simply incredible campus. Make every second count, because trust me, you will cherish every day that you are spending here today as you graduate out, and kind of go on to definite professional success. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my family, my lovely kids, Arul and Ruthi, my wife Karima, and my parents, who have been my pillar of support, and collectively they have made me who I am today. Again, a huge honor. Thanks so much for this facilitation. Truly well appreciated, and it's really humbling to be here. Many thanks, and wishing, the institute all the best. I'm sure it's only going to go, even further for glory year on year. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bhagat, and congratulations once again. I would request my director to share a few words.
Ankur, congratulations, and really many of the SIP students who used to go to PNG, whenever I interact with them, they very proudly take your name, and I also fortunate enough that when around 12 years ago I visited PNG, at that time also you are there, and with Astos, I still have the fond memory of our interaction. So Ankur, well done, and you are really helping a lot to our students, and please keep on doing that. And we have many more fruitful and very productive association with PNG, because PNG is the dream of many of the NITIE students, and many of them are really preparing hard actually to go into your organizations. And we also help them actually to have such kind of company in their mind, and hope that in days to come, many more NITIans will join, and they will follow the footsteps shown by Chandra, you and others in the PNG. So please keep on having our, you can say, encouragement to the students, and we are really proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really appreciate your kind words. I would just like to also add, as Chandra said, that on behalf of PNG, there are over 100 NITIans now, actually close to 150, who have made a significant contribution, to the company here. And we are grateful, for what the institute has done, to the field of supply chain, but to the business in particular. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now moving on to the next award, Promising Young Alumnus Award. For our young alumni whose achievements in their brief professional career already demonstrate exceptional talent and leadership potential. May I now request Professor K.S. Ranjani to announce the awards.
Hello, everyone. Once again. Once again, a very good evening to everybody present here. It's my pleasure and honor to be announcing the names of the promising young alumnus of NITIE. It's often told that tough times don't last, tough people do. I think the program that we are conducting today assures all of us that we are tough enough to last through these testing and hard times. We have identified some of those who are no less than diamonds. Our first Promising Young Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Ashish Bansal. Mr. Ashish Bansal is a NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 2004 batch, serving as an Associate Director at Colgate-Palmolive India Limited. He is leading the team in digital transformation journey and developing supply chain resilience. He has worked in multicultural environments based out of USA and Asia, where he led cross-functional teams to deliver outstanding results. In honoring Mr. Ashish Bansal, NITIE recognizes his outstanding services in corporate business management. We are very glad to have you here with us today, and we are very delighted to be conferring this award upon you. Mr. Ashish?
Am I audible? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Professor. Thank you for such a nice introduction. Really honored. And thank you, Professor Tiwari, the whole alumni team, all the professors around the alumnus and the students listening to this. First of all, a big thank you, and it's been honestly a privilege and an honor to be conferred this particular award. I think a lot of alumnus already talked about their fond memories, and all of us have enough and more to remember our golden days we spent in NITIE over the 2 years. And the same for me. It's been a journey which I will never forget ever in my life of those 2 years. The kind of fundamentals that NITIE helps you to bring in. And I think some of the alumnus already talked about. It's mostly about the basics which NITIE teaches you. And for me personally, apart from specifics on technology, specifics on algorithms or OR, one of the things that NITIE brings you is the self-confidence. I would still remember when I moved in from coming out from an engineering college to NITIE. One of the things that really stuck to my mind is you moved out of a hierarchical mindset which you are used to when you are into an engineering college, looking only at the seniors as a senior. But you start looking at your seniors, at even the corporate professionals, at someone who was your peers, because that's a fundamental of your professional journey and the confidence which NITIE helps you to imbibe, and which eventually helps you to strive for as you go through your corporate or any other journey in life. So for me, that's the fundamental quality. And the second thing, which resilience, are all going through this whole journey about learning a very different way the world is operating, but still surviving and in fact striving for new ways of doing things. And in NITIE, I think that's another fundamental shift that you see yourself going through. You come out of an engineering college, you go through a journey and you start seeing the corporate titans who start visiting your college, you start interacting with you, and then you go through that journey that how can you aspire to be stepping into those shoes at some point in time. So for me, again, it's been a privilege to be able to go through that journey, to learn from those people. And again, also, I would like to thank the whole team to organize this particular event. As the professor said, the tough times don't last, but tough people do. And this is a fundamental, and I think we will all cherish these memories of NITIE being able to organize and bring us all together in this platform. So thank you so much. Personally, for me, I am one of those privileged people that I can always visit NITIE campus as often as I would like, because I stay hardly 5 kilometers away. And I'm also very thankful for Professor Tiwari to reaching out and helping me to be a part of the NITIE fraternity as and when it is needed. And I am personally very, very open and looking forward that whatever best I can contribute, I would be there to, and that would be really my humble duty. So thank you very much. And again, I would like to thank the whole team and committee for recognizing me, and it's been an honor to be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ashish, and please accept our heartfelt congratulations. Our director would also like to congratulate you.
Ashish, congratulations, and hope that we have a very fruitful association, not only with you, but with also your wife, because she's also one of the alums of our institute. And really, I recall the kind of good interactions that we have with you. And we need your valuable assistance in many ways to improve our, you can say, internal delivery systems, so that we can be more good to the industry like yours, and also fit our students to the next level of their journey. And in that process, we need your valuable assistance, Ashish. Please keep it on coming to the campus, and because it's a very short distance for you to come to us. Thank you once again. Congratulations, Ashish, for having this event. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Anything I can be of help, it would be my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The theme for this year's Sansmaran is women empowerment. Rather than our theme driving the awardees, it's been the other way around. The inspiring journey of the women alumni of NITIE is what drove us towards this theme in the first place. Keeping with the theme, our awardee for promising young alumnus is Ms. Neha Parekh. Neha Parekh is a NITIE alumnus of the PGDIE 2009 batch. She is Head of Logistics and Customer Service at Godrej Consumer Products Limited, India and SAARC. She is the winner of prestigious Emerging Women Leader in Supply Chain Award, ISCM 2019, Celerity Supply Chain 40 Under 40 awardee. She has been a member of various roundtable conferences on varied topics, from the supply chain trends to women empowerment. We are very delighted to have you with us, Ms. Neha. We are very keen to hear from you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Professor. Hope I am audible.
You are audible.
Yeah. So respected Director Professor Manoj Tiwari, sir, distinguished NITIE alumni, and all the distinguished alumni awardees, it was really an honor and privilege to hear from you all, and it gives us a hope and guidance as to where your career should mark and the kind of differences that you all make. Thank you, NITIE Alumni Committee, all the volunteers and students. It's been an honor and privilege to get this award from NITIE today. 2 years that we have spent at NITIE are the best years that I can say for my life. NITIE groomed me from a novice engineer to a professional, ready to take on a corporate stride and take the corporate by a stride, as we said. Apart from all the learnings that we have had at NITIE, we have made a lot of good friendships, lifelong bonds, and also the mentorship that we received from some of the best teachers in the country, Professor Pundi sir, Khanapuri sir, Seema Krishnan ma'am, Hema Date ma'am, Ranjan Chaudhary sir. I mean, I can just go on and on. The values that you instilled in me stays with us forever, and they continue to shape us in the every stage of career that we have taken. Even after moving out from NITIE, we continue to gain from our alma mater. I mean, the rich legacy that NITIE has created in supply chain and the rich alumni base that we have, the network that we have for alumni comes to our hand at each and every stage of our career. I've always had a lot of peers and NITIE alums in the companies that I've worked on to. That kind of puts you at ease and gives you an edge against your peers. I would like to thank NITIE for all the contributions that it has made in my life. I always look forward to coming back to NITIE, and thank you, NITIE, for calling us, be it on Sansmaran or any kind of initiatives that NITIE takes. I think under Professor Tiwari's leadership, NITIE is taking new strands, and we hope that the institute continues to the path of glory. I would like to thank all my teachers, my family, my parents, and my friends for their unconditional love and support and their continued guidance in my professional career. My earnest gratitude to all of you. This is what makes me what I am today. And thank you. And receiving this award from NITIE is really, really special because it's an institute that's laid the foundation of my professional journey. Thank you, NITIE, for banking your promises on me. I hope I can deliver on to all of them with the values that you have taught us. Thank you so much, the team. It's been an honor and privilege to receive this award. Thank you.
Most welcome. That was a wonderful acceptance. Please accept our heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the NITIE Alumni Association and especially on behalf of our director, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari. He joins us in passing on his special congratulations to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our next Promising Young Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Ms. Nandini Jairam. Ms. Nandini Jairam is our alumnus of PGDIM 2004 batch. She is currently working in Mount View, CA, and has a diversified experience of working, holding notable designations for companies like Citibank, HP, and then Google since 2015. She also holds an accomplishment in winning with InSource Service Management from Cranfield University, UK. Ms. Nandini has been a very enthusiastic participant in volunteering activities for children welfare. We are extremely glad to have you here with us today, and we are eager to hear you.
Thank you so much, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure, and thank you for having me. Dear Professor Tiwari, Professor Jha, faculty, staff, students of NITIE, members of the Alumni Association, and other distinguished guests who are here today. First of all, it's my honor and privilege to accept this award. It was definitely unexpected and a big surprise when I got to know of this. But again, I couldn't think of anything more rewarding than hearing from your alma mater and then getting this recognition. So thank you. I also have to say, NITIE is the institute in sort of my leg of learning and learning journey that made me who I am and gave me the platform. I remember, after my engineering from Kerala, taking the train to Bombay with my father and getting into NITIE and accepting the institute and then studying there for 2 years. It was really everything you learned from the textbooks, but also everything you learned from people around you. whether it's your faculty at the time, your teachers, your fellow students, the different industry interactions. I think what I gained from NITIE the most would be that love of learning and to learn and unlearn. Because every place you go, every role you take, every new company that you join, I think what has stood me to benefit from my NITIE experience is really being open to change and seeking out new experiences, learning from different cultures, coming from the deep south of India, even getting exposed to folks from different parts of the country. NITIE made all that happen. And I'm always grateful and will be forever grateful. So I don't want to take too much time, but I do want to say, if I have to say one thing to our current students, my learning experience moving from industries and sectors, and right now I lead HR for Google Search, is that what we can collectively achieve as a team is always greater than what we can achieve individually. And so, the chemistry really happens when everybody leans in. I was fortunate to get that experience right from the placement committee in NITIE. Professor Pundir, Abhishek and I always talk of you with a lot of fond memories. And we still remember the phone call you made when we got married on our wedding day. So no surprises. Abhishek, my husband, I met him at NITIE. We were classmates. And so I just want to say, I wouldn't be here today without the unstinting support that I've received from not just my teachers in NITIE, who I hold with a lot of respect, but my family, obviously. We moved from Bangalore to Singapore to US with Abhishek and our daughters, who are now 15 and 12. And it wouldn't have happened, even my career journey wouldn't have happened without that support from family, as well as my parents, who at the time took the risk for them to send me so far away from home into a residential course for 2 years and not really knowing what would happen, to the rest of my career journey. So just wanted to say again, a huge thank you to everyone who's been a part of this event. It's an honor and it's a pleasure. And I hope we live up to the expectations and definitely keep the Institute proud. Best wishes to everyone in this Institute today and again for the future. Thank you so much.
That was indeed heartwarming, and we reciprocate your emotions in full. Very happy to have you indeed. Please accept our heartfelt congratulations. So our director will just join us in congratulating you.
Yeah, Nandini, it's my pleasure to congratulate you, and previously also the other winners, Neha. And I can say that now we have to have more very successful NITIE alums, particularly with respect to our girls section. By the kind of achievements you are having, this will motivate many other girls to join NITIE, and perhaps we have to have more such Nandini in days to come. And I have one request, that very soon we are going to have some sort of meeting. So we may need your help and call you on again on virtual platform to seek your valuable inputs. And I hope that whenever we need such kind of advice and suggestions, you will be available for our we can say suggestions. Okay. So once again, congratulations to you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much. Yes.
Our fourth Promising Young Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Ms. Richa Agarwal. Ms. Richa Agarwal is NITIE alumnus of PGDIM 2012 batch. She is Director, India E-Commerce at Procter & Gamble. She has been the recipient of numerous awards for her work, including the prestigious P&G CEO Award for Hair Care Turnaround via interventions in MT and GT, which is awarded to 1% of global P&G organization. We are delighted to have you with us. I just have to make an announcement here that Ms. Richa may not be joining us today in the event, but we wish her all success in her career. We wish her great deal of happiness and prosperity in her life. We hope to join her either on a virtual platform or maybe in the campus anytime soon. Our 5th Promising Young Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Siddharth Bhagat. Mr. Siddharth Bhagat is an alumnus from the PGDIM batch of 2013, currently serving as a category leader in Amazon. Over the years, he has been a perfect guide for us, mentoring summer interns and management trainees at Amazon from NITIE, guiding and molding them with respect to their projects and enabling them to outperform among their peers. Mr. Bhagat has made all of us proud, and we are very glad to have you here with us today. Over to Mr. Bhagat.
Thanks a lot, Professor, for the nice introduction, and thanks a lot for this honor, Professor Manoj Tiwari, Director Sir. It's been actually great talking to you all these days, Professor Sumi Jha, the faculty members, all the distinguished guests, all students who are present and alumni. I think it's really humbling to receive this award and being recognized by NITIE. I think it's more of a responsibility than anything else to kind of continue to contribute more to NITIE. When Professor Jha had actually asked me to say a few words, I kept thinking, what is it that I can say which will be enough to which will be enough to kind of tell how grateful I am for this honor. And while thinking about that, I just remembered the day I got confirmation that I got into NITIE. It was actually one of the great days of my life. I had tears in my eyes. It was one of the most noted achievement till that point in my time. I really wanted to study at NITIE. Is actually really great. And like all other alums, I have great memories from the campus. It's been about 8 years now. I have actually visited campus every year since I've passed out, whether it was for... I'm actually in touch with most of my batchmates, a lot of juniors. We keep talking about how Prerna has happened this time. We keep talking about achievements of street. I actually feel really proud looking at all the alumni doing so well in various companies they are in every aspect. At Amazon, it feels really proud when I tell people that I'm from NITIE. It's regarded very highly. NITIE alums are doing really well in the company, and I keep seeing great numbers. A lot of people joining NITIE, joining Amazon from NITIE. It's really heartening to see that. I like some of the other alums mentioned, I would definitely want to contribute more to the campus. Unfortunately, we couldn't come this year, but I hope next year we are able to meet, and especially Director Sir, I'm like really looking forward to meeting you in person and continue to do as much as I can for the campus. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Siddharth. It's been a pleasure listening to you. We reciprocate your sentiments, and please hear from our director now.
Siddharth, from our side, congratulations for having this award, and really during this year's SIP, I got a chance to interact with you, and that also reflected in such a large number of SIP this year. Really, your contribution and your assistance to NITIE students are very, you can say, exceptional. And we keep on having your continued association with the NITIE. And whenever you get time and this pandemic is over, please do visit us. and we will have a great day here. Okay, so once again, congratulations to you, Siddharth. Have a nice time. Okay.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
Our sixth Promising Young Alumnus Award for the year 2020 is conferred upon Mr. Sandeep Nailwal. Mr. Sandeep Nailwal is NITIE alumnus of 2014 PGDIM batch. He interned at Deloitte and moved on to Welspun as head technology and supply chain. He went on an entrepreneurship spree and today serves Matic Network as Chief Operations Officer. He has been featured in entrepreneur.com for his progressive take on blockchain and leveraging the technology for growth. We are extremely delighted to have you here with us today, eager to listen to you.
Thank you so much, NITIE alumni community and director sir and all the deans for choosing me for this award. And I've been hearing a lot of good things that NITIE has been doing, especially in the last 3-4 years, especially since the new director sir has come. And everywhere, be it the alumni relations or the media presence of NITIE, it looks like we are now doing really great work on that front. And looking at my journey from NITIE, so it's very good to see Siddharth Bhagat sir. He was like my immediate senior, and we used to look even when he managed or kind of led the Prerna management group. So good to see him also. So my journey at NITIE, I think, and for all the students of NITIE who actually want to pursue entrepreneurship, for me, like the big was that I got a very decent placement from NITIE and all that, and then once I got it, after that my like my mental state was, what now? Like is this what I was fighting all this while for? And then from there my journey towards like what I really wanted to do, like so a lot of people, so and similarly Mandi sir's entrepreneurship course, and he also keeps promoting everyone to chase and try out entrepreneurship. And I think once you get some decent placement over there, your career is secured and all that. So spend like next, especially when you get a PPO and all that, I would say if for the people who want to explore entrepreneurship as a career, I think those 3-4 months are really could be really good for you to explore. And I also personally did that. And it was from there on that I slowly started getting a mental model in my mind that okay, where I wanted to go. And then it took some time, but I eventually started Matic Network, and today it's the the leading blockchain company in India. So yeah, I mean NITIE's contribution has been great in that, and I've been also like hiring from NITIE. I hired my junior, like maybe 2 years junior batch people, and they were like really they are up till now they were the very high performing employees in the company, and they now like one of them actually went out and started on their own, and he raised funds and all that. And many people don't know, even I didn't know that a lot of India, NITIE alumni are really doing well in entrepreneurship, like Mandeep Panocha sir at Cashify, and then you have our Paresh Masade sir for Huawei, Nikhil Kulkarni sir, and Square Yards is doing really great. And I recently also saw one of my immediate seniors, Prateek Jindal, he actually co-founded one firm with PayU CEO. So a lot of people are doing well, and if some of you want to do in entrepreneurship, you have now a good network where you can reach out and pursue your dreams. So all the best from my side, and thanks once again to the entire NITIE leadership for conferring this honor onto me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Sandeep Nailwal. I think we should additionally confer an honor called Entrepreneur Evangelist for you, because you fully resonate the entrepreneurship efforts at NITIE so far, and you've been a very successful example. We are very proud of you. Please accept our heartfelt congratulations. Our 7th Promising Young Alumnus Award for the evening, conferred upon Mr. Sudhir Kolkula. Mr. Sudhir Kolkula is our alumnus from the 8th batch of PGDISEM, currently the Global Head of Responsible Procurement at AP Maulam Mesk. He carries a passion to drive positive societal change. He is a certified CII Sustainability Assessor and GRI Certified Professional. A remarkable leader and achiever in his field and in the industry, it gives us a sense of enthrallment to have you in our midst. We warmly welcome you.
Thank you, and respected Director of NITIE, Professor Manoj Tiwari ji, and all the professors and deans of NITIE, the NITIE Alumni Association, student volunteers from the Alumni Committee, and all the students who are out there, and all the great alumnus who have joined through this virtual platform for the Sansmaran 2020. Very good evening to all of you. It's a true honor and privilege to have been getting this award from NITIE. As some of you already said, it was a surprise for me as well when this message had come that this award has been conferred upon me. I truly thank NITIE and the Alumni Committee and professors who evaluated me for this award. I can only echo the sentiments that have been shared by other distinguished alumnus in terms of what NITIE has done professionally in terms of enhancing the abilities and skills of people and who are at the first stage of their professional career. And it is truly a great place to be in. I can't think of a better place for someone to kind of start their professional journey, and it's truly been an enriching experience at NITIE. The bond with NITIE for me is also a little special, both professionally and personally. I joined PGDISEM batch, in fact the 6th batch and not 8th batch, and I joined this course. I can probably candidly admit now that I really did not have much of clue of this course and the future prospects of this when I joined. But I joined because it was NITIE, and NITIE obviously is one of the premier institutes in India. But I'm thankful for that direction that destiny had for me, because that had opened the doors to the field of environment and sustainability, which I'm truly passionate about. And that also shows in terms of the leadership that NITIE has in actually conceptualizing and having a course which is focused on environment, safety, and sustainability. At a time wherein probably none of the other management institutes had a focus or even a course on this. And today we can't think of a global company or companies which do not have sustainability as one of their core elements of their values or their purpose statement. That truly shows how important this topic is, and how well NITIE was ahead of its time in recognizing this importance of this particular topic. That has really shaped not only just my professional career, but also in terms of my personal interest in environment and sustainability, to be able to kind of contribute to this topic professionally. It's truly enriching experience, and this is all thanks to NITIE and the experience that I got in terms of the 2 years at NITIE was truly helpful. As others said, I think NITIE brings a lot in terms of shaping the perspective of different people who join NITIE. But for me, what was truly inspiring and a learning experience was in terms of the diversity of the people who join from different streams and from different cultural backgrounds, people who have already had experience of professional career, probably joining before NITIE. I was a fresher when I joined NITIE. So all of that really shaped my thinking, shaped my perspective and my personality, and that really helped in my professional journey. The bond is also a little more special because my wife is also from NITIE. She's alumni from NITIE, and she's also from the ISM 8th batch. And today is even more special because she's getting felicitated for completing 10 years from NITIE. So a true honor and privilege to be among the league of distinguished alumni who are sharing the various awards today in this virtual platform. And I can't thank enough NITIE for bestowing this honor upon me. Thank you all and have a good day.
Please accept our heartfelt congratulations, your entire family, I should say, today associated with NITIE in some way or the other. Two of your professors sitting here and they are beaming from year to year. To hear your talk on sustainability. I'm sure the entire NITIE fraternity is extremely proud of you. I call upon our director to express his personal congratulations to both Mr. Sandeep and to Sudhir.
Sudhir and Sandeep, actually, congratulations to both of you. And really, I am amazed to see that within a short time, you are doing one of the wonderful things, and keep on doing like that. And please have a regular visit to the getting your juniors actually to take up such a illustrious career. And I can say that we are also trying our best to cope up with the current times, and we need your constant input. We need your constant input actually to improve our internal delivery systems as well as the curriculum delivery system. And for that, actually, both younger as well as the successful alums, both we need valuable contributions from them. Thank you once again for such a very good, you can say, talk and accepting the awards that we have given to you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hearty congratulations to all the recipients of promising young alumnus. We conclude this section of distinguished alumnus and promising young alumnus, and over to our moderators.
Yes.
I would now request Parag to start with the felicitation.
Yeah. I'm audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Sansmaran is also the time when alumni make a significant contribution to the institution by providing students with whopping scholarships to recognize their academic and extracurricular achievements. The first one in the line is Rangan Scholarship. Rangan Scholarship is given to 2 first-year PGDIE female students. The award was proposed by Mr. Rangan on receiving Distinguished Alumnus Award in loving memory of his mother. Last year, Ms. Saili Singh and Ms. Lavina Rastogi of PGDIE 49th batch had received the scholarship. This year, the scholarship has been awarded to Ms. Diksha Gupta and second recipient, Ms. Kajal Chandrakar.
The next scholarship is Madala Scholarship. Madala Scholarship was announced by Mr. Srinivasa Rao Madala for the first-year students of NITIE. The award is instituted to promote entrepreneurial acumen among students. Last year, the scholarship was awarded to Mr. Anurag Joshi from Bhargav Bhatt. This year, the scholarship has been awarded to Shubham Pathak and Atharva Singh.
The third scholarship is Single Scholarship. Single Scholarship was announced by Mr. Divakar Singhal for first-year students of NITIE. The award is instituted to promote sportsmanship acumen among students. This scholarship has been awarded to Vishal Kumar Singh from PGDIM 27th batch.
On similar lines, Mr. R. Pratipati has also instituted a scholarship for the current students at NITIE known as Pratipati Scholarship. For this year, the two recipients of this award are Mr. Geo George from PGDIM 07 batch and Mr. Ayush Singh from PGDIE 50 batch. Now let's move on to the felicitation segment.
Our alumni have brought laurels to NITIE. They have contributed significantly in paving the way forward for the institute, and it is largely because of them that we are recognized as one of the prominent industrial engineering institutes. Like every year, the institute will felicitate the Silver Jubilee batch, the Decennial and 40-year completion batch. So this year we have the 8th, 24th and 38th batches of PGDIE, the Decennial batch of PGDIM 15, PGDISEM 8 and PGDITM 3rd, along with the fellow batch of 2010. We wholeheartedly welcome everyone present here in Sansmaran 2020. With these words, we shall now start with the felicitation ceremony. We will now felicitate 40 years completion batch, that is PGDIE 8. The recipients of the same are Mr. Amren Dasari, Mr. A.M. Kinney, Mr. G.S. Tuteja, Mr. Gurva Reddy, Mr. J.V. Madan Mohan, Mr. Kamlesh Bhatt, Mr. Mahadev Bigane, Mr. Neil Kamal Jain, Mr. Rakesh Sinha, Mr. Ravi Kumar, Mr. K. Srinath, Mr. V. Ramesh, Mr. V. Madhusudana Rao, Mr. Venugopal Kokar, Mr. C.J. Karira, Mr. Sunil Kumar Babna, Mr. N. Bhaskar Rao, Mr. Rahul Bhattacharya, Mr. P. Bhogeshwar Rao, P. Bhogeshwar Rao, Mr. Jacob Chako, Mr. S. Gondhelkar, Mr. V.S. Murthy, Mr. Parth Sarthi, DA, S.R. Porter, Captain Ravi Gupta, Mr. S. Sadasivan, Mr. S. Shankar, Mr. Ramswamy Sitaram, Mr. Surendra Hedda, Mr. P. Surendranathan, Mr. Jagdish Tuteja, Mr. T.V. Venkatraman, Mr. Anil Kumar Agrawal, Mr. Bharadwaj S.R., Mr. Kuldeep Bhargav, Mr. R.K. Goyal, Mr. Puneet Shankar Hans, Mr. Indrajit Singh, Mr. A.K. Jain, Mr. R.K. Jain, Mr. Nalin Kapila, Mr. Kashyap C.S., Mr. R.M. Londe, Mr. Mohapatra S.C., Mr. V. Nageshwar Rao, Mr. Vikram Punj, Mr. C. Ramchandra Rao, Captain N.K. Sarma, Mr. R.K. Sen, and Mr. K.D. Utpat.
We now move on to felicitate the Silver Jubilee Batch PGDIE 24 batch. The recipients of this are Mr. M.S. Janardhana Rao, Mr. Manoj Kumar, Mr. Amit Kumar Shrivastava, Mr. Annumolu Krishna, Mr. Arun Kumar Singh, Mr. Ashutosh Kumar Jha, Miss Bobby Saha, Miss C. Haripriya, Captain A. N. Badgaonkar, Mr. Chandane Atul Lakshman, Mr. D. V. R. Ramakrishna, Mr. Durbha Srinivasa Rao, Mr. Gautam Mandal, Mr. Girijesh Kumar, Mr. Harihar Das, Mr. Himanshu Sekhar Mishra, Mr. I.V.N. Srinivasa Raju, Mr. Ingle Raju Sadashiv, Miss Santi Kaza, Mr. K.V.V.L. Narsimha Rao, Mr. Krishna Chandra Tripathi, Mr. M.V. Nageshwara Sharma, Mr. Mantha Naga Sivaram, Mr. Manvendranath Rai, Mr. N. Kumaraswamy Naidu, Mr. Pagare Avinash Ashok, Mr. Parthasarthi Mridha, Mr. Rahul Patankar, Mr. Rakesh Kumar, Mr. Ramaseshu Yaddanapudi, Mr. Sanjay Sharma, Mr. Sanjeev Agarwal, Mr. S. Amrutrao Dange, Miss Saranu Usha, Mr. Srinivas Kiran Atmakuru, Mr. Sri Ram Sai Kiran, Mr. Swapna Malpani, Mr. Tankeshwar Baishya, Mr. Thaniru Ramesh Naidu, Mr. T. Mahesh Kumar, Mr. Tulluri Apparao, Mr. Vishal Avasthi, Mr. Yelleti Rambabu, Mr. Yelleseti Ramesh, Mr. Amit Kumar Singh, Lieutenant K.P. Aravindan, Major Ajay Gupta, Mr. Nagendra Nath Sethi, and Mr. P. Ravi Prakash. From PGDIE Decennial Batch 38, our recipients are Mr. Chintan Sunil, Miss Kani Mozi Subburaman, Mr. Kapil Maske, Mr. Naveen Kumar Durgam, Mr. Navneet Khandelwal, Mr. Neeraj Gaur, Miss Rekha Rani Singh, Mr. Samkit Sethi, Miss Shilpa Bamboria, Mr. Shiv Kumar Malhotra, Mr. Ajit Kumar, Mr. Kulin Shah, Mr. Ankit Arora, Mr. Gaurav Jagdish Valavalkar, Mr. Vijay Kumar Gupta, Mr. Vamsi Bhargav, Miss Shravanti Sarabu, Miss Akansha Srivastava, Mr. Manu Shekhar, Mr. Shwetab Singh, Mr. Kartik Raju Murigesan, Mr. Sachin Kumar, Miss Ruchika Sharma, Mr. Naresh Dhingra, Mr. Vishal Chandra, Mr. Ashok Mohan, Mr. Amol Mungilwar, Mr. Jeevan Pawar, Mr. Jitendra Kumar, Mr. Mahendra Singh, Mr. Rahul Pagare, Mr. Sanket Baranwal, Mr. Shiv Sagar, Miss Snehal Sirdesai Thakkar, Mr. Varun Mangalvedi, Mr. Rishi Solanki, Mr. Sanket Purohit, Mr. Vicky Kosar, Mr. Arpit Jain, Mr. Chetan Nikam, Mr. Bajrang Kumawat, Mr. Atul Prakash, Miss Aradhana Kukreja, Mr. Abhishek Gulwade, Mr. Ajay S. Jagadhane, Miss Akansha Mittal, Mr. Arun Chaudhary, Miss Bhagyashree Bhede, Mr. Bharat Vulanki, Mr. Chintan Mathur, Mr. Chiranjeev Datta, Mr. Devesh Dubey, Mr. Deepak Ramchandra Sutar, Mr. Huzefa Ratawal, Mr. J.L. Manasa Bandru, Mr. Kamlakar Gaikwad, Mr. Kothari Piyush, Mr. Kuldeep Singh, Mr. Kushagra Sagar, Miss Mansi Agarwal, Miss Megha Gupta, Mr. Mohinder Kushawa, Mr. Nikhil Agarwal, Mr. Nishant H. Mehnatkar, Miss Priyanka Mehta, Mr. Rajendra Prasad, Mr. Raktim Kar, Mr. Ravi Kumar Chaudhary, Mr. Sachin Gadgil, Miss Sarika Pungalia, Mr. Vaibhav Khandagale, Mr. Varun Sheel, Miss Venu MS, and Miss Vidushi Agarwal.
From PGDIM 15, the Decennial Batch, the recipients of this award are Miss Barkha Kukreja, Miss Khushbu Doshi, Miss Divya Kumar Badani, Mr. Dilip Anand S, Mr. Manoj Bansal, Mr. Sachin Kumar, Mr. Chandan Varsne, Mr. Avijit Kumar, Mr. Vishal Verma, Mr. Amit Krishna Mishra, Mr. Ankit Gulati, Mr. Ankit Maheshwari, Mr. Ankur Agarwal, Mr. Ankur Ahuja, Mr. Anshul Srivastava, Mr. Anubhav Jain, Mr. Anurag Yadav, Mr. Arpan Sharma, Mr. Arpit Tiwari, Mr. Dilip Srinivasan, Mr. Dinesh Kumar, Miss Isha Chauhan, Miss Iti Vyas, Mr. Hardik Gandhi, Mr. Kartik Girish Vyas, Mr. Gurbinder Singh, Mr. Krinal Dongre, Mr. Lakshmikant Ramawat, Mr. Manoj Chaturvedula, Miss Megha S, Mr. Milton Coelho, Mr. Mubarij Ahmed, Mr. Vikal Sharma, Mr. Varun Kakkar, Mr. Tarang Maheshwari, Mr. Suyash Sharma, Mr. Sutipta Bose, Mr. Sumit Jakhar, Mr. Shubhani Yajdani Sheikh, Miss Shreya Bhattacharya, Mr. Sherfur Rahman, Mr. Shankh Shubhra Banerjee, Mr. Sanchit Chandna, Mr. Sambit Mishra, Mr. Ramanathan B, Mr. Rakshit Rangarajan, Mr. Rajat Vij, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Mr. Rajat Tandon, Mr. Rahul Srivastava, Mr. Raghuveer Chevuru, Mr. Raghav Vagela, Mr. Nitin Goyal, Mr. Nishit Shah, Mr. Nikul Bandari, Ms. Nayani Gupta, Mr. Mayank Srivastava, Mr. Manavesh Pradhan, Mr. Dheeraj Mahendra, Mr. Kunal Arora, Ms. Kratika Lat, Mr. Jashanpreet Singh Gill, Mr. Abhishek Chaudhary, Mr. Achlesh Sood, Mr. Achyut Kaushik, Mr. Akshay Ranjan, Mr. Ambujesh Yadav, Mr. Amit Kumar Agrawal, Mr. Anant Das, Mr. Arvind Ganeshan, Mr. Ashish Anand, Mr. Ashish Mangal, Mr. Ayush Vaish, Mr. Raghuveer Chiburu, Mr. Hanuj Gupta, Ms. Harshita Mishra, Mr. Himanshu Deshmukh, Ms. Akshita Kamath, Mr. Viren Singh Thakur, Mr. Vijay Garimela, Mr. Venu Yaram Shetty, Mr. Varun Singh, Ms. Swati Ramakumar, Mr. Sumit Rathod, Mr. Subrat Vishwas, Mr. Shri Raman Raghavendran, Mr. Shomans Garg, Mr. Siddharth Rai, Mr. Shaubik Maji, Mr. Sayan Nandi, Mr. Saurabh Nagda, Mr. Saurabh Bhargav, Mr. Satyendra Singh, Mr. Sankalp Sharma, Mr. Sandeep Kumar, Mr. Ruchit Ahuja, Mr. Rohit Jalan, Mr. Rohit Garg, Mr. Ritesh Singh, Mr. Ram Mathur, Mr. Mohit Bhagat, Mr. Parmendra Kumar, Mr. Pankaj Gupta, Mr. Prashant Kumar, Ms. Prachi Milind, Mr. Prakash Chaudhary, Mr. Pranav Pankse, Mr. Prashant Chagde, Mr. Praveen Pandey, Mr. Pritish, Mr. Pulkit Singhal, Mr. Ram Mathur, Mr. Nitin Sadana, Mr. Puneet Dalip Kakri, Mr. Pranav Tripathi, Mr. Akash Tiwari, Mr. Anuruddh Krishnan, Mr. Karthik K, Arun Karthik K, Mr. Sandia Rama Kondri, Mr. Gevargise Daniel, Mr. Rahul Vijayaraj Jain, Mr. Janendra Rotela, Mr. Mayank Khandelwal, Mr. Mukesh Khobragide, Mr. Ravindra Vittal Vakde, Mr. Arun Ganesh Vidyanthan, Mr. Tanay Tushar Deshpande, Mr. Chetan Balakrishna Shetty, Mr. Shiva Ramakrishna, Mr. Santosh Govinda Raju, Mr. Saravanan T, Mr. Girish SV, Mr. Liju Thomas Plamutil, Mr. Nitin Bajaj, Mr. Dhananjay Nayak, Mr. Kiran Kumar Shantilal Makwana, and Ms. Madhu Panwar.
From PGDISEM 8, the Decennial Batch, the recipients are Mr. Sumit Patil, Mr. Manish Kumar, Mr. Umesh Gandhi, Mr. Vishal Goyal, Mr. Sri Bastav Mohapatra, Dr. M. Sivarajan, Ms. Deepika Arora, Mr. Aditya Narayanan G, Mr. Ashish Ranjan, Mr. Vasant Kumar, Ms. Meghna Mehta, and Ms. Richa Chaudhary.
From PGDITM 3, the recipients are Mr. Vikram Vaklu, Mr. Rahul Kumar, Mr. Amit Kumar, Mr. Sandeep Bagadia, Mr. Mayank Shekhar Chaudhary, Mr. Anirudh Rao, Mr. Rahul Agrawal, Mr. Jubin Gandhi, Mr. Ajit Pokharkar, Ms. Sayantani Saha, Mr. Vaibhav Prashar, Ms. Isne Asnani, Mr. Amit Garg, Mr. Kumar Gaurav Bugna, Mr. Pranav Tripathi, Mr. Ken Leon D'Souza, and Mr. Rohit Kataria.
From Fellow 2010 Batch, the recipients are Professor Elizabeth Abba, Mr. Debraj Bhaumik, Ms. Shailaja Karve, Mr. Nigel Ryland De Silva, Mr. Jeenu Kurian, and Ms. Dasika Chaitanya. From MDP Decennial Batch, we have Mr. Ramesh Sharma.
May I now request Ms. Santhi Kaja, the representative from the Silver Jubilee Batch of IE24, to deliver an acceptance speech.
I think ma'am is not here with us. So I would request Ms. Kanimozi Subramaniam from IE38 batch to deliver an acceptance speech.
Hi everyone. Am I audible and can you see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for this excellent opportunity. So I would like to especially congratulate all of you guys for this wonderful work. And it has really, brought a big smile on all our faces on behalf of IE38. My heartfelt thanks and congratulations for this extravagant event despite the COVID constraints and such a tough year. You guys still managed to pull it across in such a wonderful way. So sweet gesture from NITIE, and words definitely don't do any justice if I say we are super excited and grateful for this, for these moments today. Having completed 10 years of nostalgia from NITIE, it's almost, it feels like yesterday. And our life and careers can be seen literally as pre-NITIE and post-NITIE days. That is the level of impact, NITIE has done in each of our lives. And, all the alumni have absolutely covered all our feelings and thoughts and whatever we wanted to communicate to you guys. I think it's all well communicated already. So, so the special thing about this particular event in 2020 Sansmaran is that, the Huawei platform, which has been created by Paresh Masade's organization. I mean, special thanks to him and his team, and special thanks to the alum committee who have literally leveraged this platform so well. And you guys have managed to really create all the buzz and the great vibes you always get around Sansmaran over all the social media pages and all around. So thank you so much for that. We miss all the personal meetings, the hugs and the smiles and the selfies of the groups in NITIE. I wish we had been there, but nevertheless, this is no less than any other Sansmaran event. So I'm really not sure how many institutes really, do this to their alumni, that too, year on year, you have been meeting the milestones and meeting your benchmark in the way you have been, impacting with this Sansmaran. I think hats off to NITIE. Thank you so much to, director, all the professors and the teaching fraternity and all the students and the alumcom members and the volunteers and the technical staff, especially, to be able to pull this through and enable virtually with such a bandwidth and a huge platform. So, yeah, and thank you so much. I hereby accept this memento on behalf of my entire PGDIE 38 batch. And thank you for all the love. And we, as we continue to unabashedly, enjoy the Pride Network and all the milestones which NITIE is, continues to achieve till date. And a special mention to the students, who have been struggling this year, especially being a COVID year, when the whole industry has faced a, impact and backlash. I understand, and we all understand and acknowledge that there were few students who have, lost their placements and lost some internship opportunities, and some have managed to get back it and manage with the alternative opportunities. But, and for those who have not been able to, get those back and still struggling, we are with you, and we really feel, it's a very tough times for all of us. So be there, hang on, don't give up and lose hope. I invite all my fellow alum and my batchmates to really, spend some time with these guys who would be reaching out to, all of you, so that, any words of encouragement and any efforts you will be able to put in your organizations to, really get them some opportunity in some way or the other, in whatever way we can. I think irrespective of the outcome, I think it will definitely be appreciated by the student community and NITIE as a whole. So please do reach out to all of us, and we are here, and this is the least we can do and give back to NITIE. And without taking much time, so as a small token of thanks and love and gratitude towards NITIE and the great work you guys have done, so I would like to say that, on PGDIE 38 has been donating, funds in whatever way they can. So since today morning, we have been coordinating and chatting, and we have the great messages going on in our forums, WhatsApp groups. So it's been a lot of love since morning. So so many guys have donated from our batch, a very humble amount. So far we have crossed around 60,000 rupees, and I hope we can touch around a lakh of amount. So that's at least what we are trying to do as a mark of gratitude from our batch for this year. And thanks to Huawei for the great platform, and thank you so much again. Wish you all good health, success, and lots of fun in the new year. Happy 2021, everyone. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. May I now request Mr. Rakshit Rangarajan, the representative from Decennial Batch PGDIM 15, to deliver an acceptance speech.
Sure. Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Sure. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Respected members of the NITIE fraternity and my dear friends. It is indeed an honor and my privilege to be amongst you today, albeit virtually, speaking on behalf of IM15. And it is with a very deep sense of gratitude that we, IM15, accept this very kind and gracious gesture from the management and from the Alumni Association. On a lighter note, given how this year has been very specifically, it feels like we're celebrating our 25th year rather than the 10th. And I surely hope the vaccine can help us turn back the years a bit. While it is undoubtedly an exhilarating feeling, it is also a responsibility that we, as previous and ex-students, collectively carry. We stand on the shoulders of giants after all. And we are the conversation as they are. We are also mentors to greater minds still that shall walk in these steps in the future, and we owe every action that we take to them. My batchmates have set a trailblazing path for themselves in various parts of the planet. Knowing them, it shouldn't come as a surprise to any of us, and I'm sure the same applies to several other batches. I'm sure that when we reconverge during events such as this in the future, my batchmates would have greater stories to tell, greater conquests that we can speak of, and a greater contribution that we would have collectively made towards the knowledge-led productivity movement, which is NITIE. It is often said that the best antiques to collect are old friends, and by this yardstick, I'm sure that my collection will prove with every passing year to be one of the best antique collections, in the planet. And my thanks to my classmates in IM15 and to all of you as well. Aham Dhanyasmi once again to NITIE, and on behalf of all of my batchmates, we look forward to continuing to act as ambassadors to this great institution and to more trips down memory lane such as this. Congratulations to the Alumni Association for organizing such a wonderful event. Take care, and may we all grow from strength to strength with every passing year. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Mr. Aditya Narayanji, the representative from PGDISEM 8th batch, to deliver an acceptance speech.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
So firstly, thanks to the professors involved, Director Mr. Manoj Tiwari, and all the members of the Alumni Association and the Alumni Committee on campus for this really heartwarming gesture during these difficult times. I don't think many of us expected anything like this. The 10th year of graduation, it's quite a complicated year for many of us in various professions across the world. And the moment we all received this at our home, unfortunately, I have not yet received it because I'm on the other side of the Arabian Sea. But for all of us, especially from ISEM 8, first of all, a big hug and a big note of gratitude to all the professors of the ISEM community, Professors Nilima Nayak, Seema Unikrishnan, Anju Singh, Shankar Murthy, Shirish Sangle, who I saw some hours ago on the call, Professor Mukhopadhyay, Professor Iqbal, and all the others who taught us during those 2 years. And all my colleagues in the IE38, IM15 and ISEM 8 batches, because apart from, of course, the academic rigor that was instilled in us, it was really the interactions with our fellow colleagues, with our peers from the different parts of the country, different industries that they came from, that really enabled us to be where we are today. And I even till today, I think between the different communities that exist on social media and on email and so on, we really are in touch with people from our batches, senior batches, junior batches. So NITIE really has given us some long-lasting relationships that we cherish, and I think in different stages of our careers, whichever part of the world we're in, whichever industries we're in, we're still reaching out to each other. We're reaching out to professors. We're reaching out to other colleagues to still enable ourselves to grow, because the call today is an example of how NITIE always tries to think out of the box and how we're a very solution oriented organization. And this really has helped all of us to be where we are. So really, from the bottom of our hearts, from all the 12 of us at ISEM 8, thank you very much, and especially to the people who helped to organize this.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Mr. Mayank Chaudhary, the representative from PGDITM 3rd batch, to deliver an acceptance speech.
Hi, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
I don't see the video popping up, so no worries. Thank you so much. It's an absolute honor representing PGDITM 3. I believe now there's some video. Okay, I'm going ahead with the audio, sorry. It's an absolute honor, as I said, representing PGDITM 3. I believe a batch of 17 left literally no stone unturned in conquering uncharted waters across the continent. Whether you look at the beautiful lands of New Zealand, traversing through Australia, coming down to the Asia Pacific region, and traversing through India, finally landing onto US. We have left an indelible mark across the globe. We are extremely grateful to all the professors who have been a stepping stone in our careers, equally supported by our amazing batchmates from PGDIM, PGDISEM, PGDIE, and last but not the least, our own self-belief that we could stand together and stand tall. NITIE has shaped our life journey beautifully in a manner where we believe we are all now fully geared up to not just reach greater heights in our career, but to also give back to the society. We are extremely grateful on behalf of the entire PGDITM fraternity to everyone involved in helping us shape our careers and our growth journey. I would like to request my colleague Sneh to chime in because we know the theme is women empowerment this year. And I would love to have Sneh talk about some of her experiences. Sneh, over to you.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm trying to start my video. Unfortunately, it says that the host has stopped it. I don't know why. So, well, I'll continue with the audio. Can you just check why the video is not working for me?
Yes, ma'am, we're checking that.
Thank you. Okay, so first of all, big thanks to the current alum community for organizing this virtual event. I know it is not easy. It hasn't been easy in these difficult times, and virtual is always a challenge. So, okay, I can start my video now. So, thank you so much for making it work. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, you're visible.
Okay. So thank you for this, and thank you for the flawless organizing and execution of this event. I think Mayank already spoke about the host of things that we all have done. Everybody has been very successful and they've chosen different streams of moving in their field of direction. But just to add to that, I'm a bit of a full of nostalgia. You know, I can't believe that 10 years have already passed. Already we've crossed that alum thing. We are already a decadent batch now. So the life has been a roller coaster journey, I'm sure, for everybody else. But I want to say to the current batch, no matter what you achieve, no matter where you go in life, I think you always carry with yourself the reputation of NITIE. So we always ensure that we make our alma mater proud, and we always remember and cherish the moments that we spent in college. So just do not let it go. Enjoy every moment and make sure that you make every minute count of your college days, because you will remember it always. I still remember those 96 steps to wisdom. I remember our professors, the teachings, etc. Yeah? Tiwari sir, Hema Date ma'am, Purnima ma'am, and it was a really great time. Just keep in touch with your batch. NITIE has a very good reputation outside in the corporate world. So wherever you go, you will always have your collar up, and that is amazing. So I want to thank all our alums, our teachers, professors, our peers for making this experience great. And we hope to continue this relationship and growing higher and higher in our respective journeys. So thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now we have a small announcement. We are starting a global certification course on supply chain certification management. May I request Professor Priyanka Verma to announce the program?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you, Sonali. Good evening to all dear alumnus, and it's an honor for me to announce about our upcoming online program. So NITIE is proud to present the global online certification program on digital supply chain management, which is planned in association with Professor David Simchi-Levy. As you all are knowing him very well, he's a director, data science lab, and the professor of business and supply chain analytics at MIT, USA, along with our dear director, Sir Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari. Talking about this program a little bit, this is about digital disruption, which is we know now very well in this era of COVID, which is motivating many companies in the variety of way to reinvent their supply chains from demand and supply planning to production and distribution. Talking a little bit about this course will introduce the unique framework of Professor David Simchi-Levy, which will combine the three technology trends, that is digitalization, analytics, and automation, basically to reinvent the supply chain. The focus area of this program will be on the supply chain trends, on the supply chain competency, machine learning based technologies, digital supply chain transformation, and supply chain resiliency. About its dates, tentatively it has been planned around mid of January 21 to March 21. And mostly this is going to happen on the weekends only. The total duration of this program is of 30 hours. So this has been planned like 20 lectures, which will be of 1.5 hours each on weekends only, that is on Saturday and Sunday. Little bit information about the participant fee. So for our dear alumni, we have made it as rupees 10,000, which will be inclusive of taxes. And for the non-alumni, it will be for 14,500, which will be all inclusive of taxes. We will be sharing about its registration detail. The link of the same will be shared with you all. And we specifically because we are announcing this program, members will be provided with you, will be shared with you. Also, we request you to share this program detail along with your friends and along with your peers in your organizations. There is some group discounts also. So I'm very happy to share about these details, and we look forward for an enthusiastic participation by all our dear alums. And thank you all once again for joining us online in this event.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this announcement. Now moving on. In continuance with the initiatives taken, NITIE Alumni Association has always tried to bring all its alumni a step closer to their alma mater. As part of this endeavor, we feel proud to launch the 11th edition of NITIE's alumni magazine titled NITIE in Sansmaran 2020. The magazine encompasses various happenings at NITIE Alumni Association initiatives, contributions by our distinguished alumni, faculty members, and much more.
May I now request Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, Director NITIE and President NITIE Alumni Association, to launch the 11th edition of NITIE magazine.
Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Director and President, NITIE Alumni Association, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, to address the gathering.
My respected alumni of NITIE, and today the chairman of NITIE Alumni Association and newly selected or elected members of the association, my Dean Alumni Affairs and PICs of Alumni Affairs, Madam Sumi, Madam Ranjani, and scores of my colleagues, those who are online and those who are offline, and also the beloved students of the NITIE. I tell you, these are the moments now where we feel that how much actually we have contributed towards the supplying or giving one of the best talent to the industry, and in turn the society at large benefited a lot by having such a you can say contributing member from their family to the industrial and service growth of the country. And I'm sure that the kind of achievements shown by our alumni, they are no way less than any premier institutions of the country. And for that, we all feel proud and hope that in days to come, such achievements will magnify in many folds. This year, my friends, it was a very tough year for us, right from the March 2020. We faced this situation and hardly any interaction with our beloved students. If you come to campus, it's deserted look. There is hardly anybody visible on the streets. Only greenery is there, but nobody is there to enjoy that greenery, except some of us who are morning and evening walkers. And we really feel very bad that none of our students are here, except handful of around 130 or 140 recently came. And some of our research scholars are there, but overall I can say this is a very bad year for academics. And somehow because of your support and because of the alumni's very active participation and intervention, we are able to manage everything that are needed for the students, and all these online classes and mute, unmute, and loading, unloading of the slides, bringing material. Sometimes boys are having a lot of problems coming out of the screen and taking some relaxation. These are all the new normals of the academics, and I am sure that very soon it will wipe out, and again we will come back to the normals. I think this may come only after 3-4 months once vaccine comes into the picture. And also from our side, we are trying our best to have a more deeper industrial collaborations from the industry. We have tried our best to have an MOU with the AirAsia for solving some of their decision-making problems, and we have also MOU with the TCS, and we have signed an MOU with the ETBT centers for European logistic operators, and few more such ventures where we are going to have very active contact and live contact for addressing the problems of the industry. As usual, that whatever we are doing from the MDP side, it was pretty low in previous years. But this year we have taken the advantage of this online. We started to revive it, but it will take some time to come to the mature stage of this online systems. And with regard to our programs, we are in the process of many, merging and trying to evolve some new programs which are very much needing to the needs of the industry. And fortunately, we have now a very dynamic and reputed company's owner as a chairman, Sri Sasikiran Settiji. He's a very noble soul and very nice person, down to earth, you can say achiever, and he always motivates us to do something better. And in that direction, I can say that now we have a very good, you can say, setting up the industrial academics and ministry support. And that way, we hope that once the effect of pandemic is less, then our speed will also be slightly better to save our infrastructure as well as also augment something new, and also keeping the interest of the our stakeholders in mind. We shall move fast in one way to achieve that for what NITIE is meant for. You will be happy to know that we have set our house right in proper manner, and in 2020 we have improved our ranking in management from 29 to 12, and we hope that with the best performance of the faculty, colleagues, students, our alums and our employers, we may again make this tally, I think within top 10. That is our motto this year, and let's hope that we may achieve it. And simultaneously, we may also go for having accreditation of our programs from the different national and international bodies. Meanwhile, I can say that we need very active interface among our alums as well as the current systems of the NITIE. And if I see the kind of response, because I come from the IT Kharagpur, so I know very well that how much alums have contributed to the growth and development of that institute. And we want to emulate even more better model than what IITs are having for the NITIE. And for that, actually, your very, very deeper involvement is needed. And as some of the distinguished alums awardee, they mentioned that we need to give more time to the institute. So certainly, you know very well, in days to come, government and ministries, they are reducing the grants, and we have to fight for our own resources. We have to generate our own resources. We have to depend on the many support systems through which we can mop up the financial resources for system to grow faster. And also we have to collaborate more in order to bring the newer knowledge and expertise from outside, so that that to world-class nature, so that our students will be equipped with a very special and new knowledge in the main domain of their functionality. And as some of our very distinguished alumni like Satheji and others mentioned, that we have to diversify ourselves. So this diversification, of course, we feel the tenets of the industrial engineering and decision science and current era called analytics, with laden with the machine learning and AI. So I think with this lethal combination, we have to slightly improve our dimensions other than the operations and supply chain to the financial analytics, marketing analytics on that side, so that we can match with what other institutions of premier in nature they are doing. And that way we can enlarge the scope for our students to have a better future. So these are some of the things, and accordingly, we are also having some sort of problems with the current HR systems of the companies, because most of them, they directly recognize either, you can say, the business school or non-business school kind of things. So NITIE traditionally, you know, though its name is industrial engineering, but you know, mostly right from the beginning, I remember, because I used to be the frequent visitor of NITIE since 1993. And before that also, when I was a student, I was knowing that after Ahmedabad, Bangalore and Calcutta, it is NITIE. So that notion still continues, means though we are offering a degree called industrial engineering at that time, but it was more like a business school. So better if what we qualify, it's more like engineering management school. So here we have to focus on all the tools and techniques of problem solving, but its dimension was basically to improve the efficiency, operational efficiency of the system. So here also, as you know, the finance, marketing, analytics, even nowadays I'm also listening that how in the HR analytics also they are functioning with respect to many tools of newer generations. So keeping all those evolving developments in mind, their time has come up that in what way we reshape and re-christian our program, in what way give its new name, and that too with the very active support from our chairman BOG and members. I'm sure that we will able to come out of with good solutions, and for that we needed a brainstorming with our alums, senior alums, successful alums, and with other industry leaders and captains, so that whatever we come out, it should be readily acceptable to the industry without any doubt, and the kind of reputation you are expecting, we shall try our best to bring it back to the NITIE. And I can say that with your continuous support, visit, and more active involvement in our programs, I'm sure that we will move very fast to achieve our goals. So finally, I can say we badly need your support. We need all your assistance to hand-holding up our students. We all need your support to get new problems for our faculty. We all need your support to get the new what you call environment where the current industry is going, in what way we can tailor ourselves. So these are the many areas also we need your active support, and hope that with our very new form body of the alums, because we have now Dean Alumni Affairs and Office, and we should try to have a similar very vertical intervening structure with our distinguished and other alums, so that we can move fast and we can go ahead with that. So now finally, I once again express my profound regards to all of you, all my colleagues who participated in the discussions, and distinguished very beloved students who are working day and night to make this online program successful. Particularly, I am thankful to the whole team who is working here, and particularly Sumiji, Sirishji, Ranjani, and scores of the students, though I know few names but not all. So my heartfelt congratulations to them for making at least today's function very successful, and also all the senior alums of the institute who supported us to restructure our NITIE Alumni Association. We also express our profound regards to them, and particularly the new system that we have evolved for electing, selecting the office bearers. It's all matching with the in such a way that those who have found interest of the NITIE in mind, they can be part of such kind of body, and hope that with this way we can serve you in more better manner. So with this note, once again, I pay my respect to all the alums, and hope that very soon we have some more programs to involve you and to engage with you. Thank you very much for all your support.
Thank you, sir, for those motivating words. I would also like to tell you all that the link for the global certification course
नहीं अपना भी चल रहा है तो इशू किधर है इसके साइड से इशू है
Sonali, you're on mute. Sorry, there might be some internet connection from our problem. Yeah. So I would like to tell you all that the link for the global certification course on digital supply chain management can be found in the YouTube chat. With this, may I now request Ms. Priya to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sonali. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you again. So undoubtedly, this has been a beautiful evening. Thank you, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, Director NITIE and President NITIE Alumni Association, Professor Shirish Sangle, Dean Alumni Affairs, Professor Sumecha, Honorary Secretary NITIE Alumni Association, Professor K.S. Ranjani, Professor in Charge NITIE Alumni Association. Thank you everyone for your gracious presence. We are very pleased to see all our alumni from across the world and from various batches coming together, interacting and reviving some of the old memories. We hope to keep the connection between our alumni and our meta strong in the days to come and continue the legacy that NITIE has always exhibited. With this, we have come to the end of today's program and we look forward to join you again tomorrow with the panel discussion on women empowerment followed by cultural night celebrations. Thank you everyone. Thank you for giving your time to us.